So where are we in relation to this line?
We are at the end of the line.
We traveled so close to River's Keep, and then.
You took a bend. You took a bend around the words of River's Keep, so that you could go, so it didn't go in the middle of it.
We took a bend around the second river. We didn't even go over a second bridge. That's like 3 more months, dude.
Yeah. And you also went around River's Keep words so that I could see on the map.
Didn't we take the non-safe way and just pay money to be safe? That's what we did, right?
Yeah. Here's what happened. So you guys went across the river. Rivers are dangerous. There was a bridge. There was a centaur there, like esque being, who asked for a toll. You guys gave him a gold piece. He thought it was the greatest. He thought it was the greatest thing in the world.
And an elephant.
Barrels.
Yeah, it was like the closest thing you could think of is this thing is a centaur, but it's kind of this realm's own little thing. But anyways, you give him a gold. He thinks it's the greatest thing in the world. He super appreciative. Pokes some monsters as you go across the bridge. Get you guys across the bridge. Super appreciative, and then wishes you well as you guys go on your way. You go around the second river. That's not a big deal. And then you guys make a beeline for River's Keep. I just drew the line that way so that I didn't cross out the name of the city. You guys actually approach the city from the north, not the south. The River's Keep is actually a little bit more. There's actually a river here. Let me draw it. That kind of, if I can get the color right, that kind of comes into the city right here.
Yeah.
And then comes back around like that. And that's because this city's got a huge port at the south end of it. So you guys would have had to go enter in through the north or east or west gates, unless you had a boat.
Does that river look natural? I mean, I guess this really don't matter. Is it a
It's actually not natural. It is actually man-made because of the dangers of the rivers. It could be more easily regulated, and they could put put traps in it and stuff so that boats can. But yeah, so there are, believe it or not, there are people who travel on boats in these rivers, and because this is a huge port town, and so it's a thing.
Well, if you look at the legend real quick, there are more boat rentals on this map in the realm of light than anything else.
Oh yeah, boat rental squares.
Boat rental.
There's boat rental.
I keep waiting for the great flood.
There's boat rental.
In the realm of light.
There's boat rental. There's boat rental.
So
I made this map for my first GM campaign. Little quick backstory, and I was like, "Oh, these people need to know where they could buy boats on this river." And then I didn't put any more detail on the map. I was like, "I'm going to give them boat rentals, but I'm not going to give them any more detail than that."
Small town, big town.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, why does Waterside not have boat rentals?
Huh?
Or Farscape not have boat rentals?
Yeah, you gotta bring your own.
Because they have ship rentals, and that's a different symbol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That he didn't make.
Yeah, I didn't get that far yet. All right, so you guys, let me go ahead and get you to the little city map picture here thing. This is a very territorial city. Go figure. Each one of the 5 factions here owns, or basically not owns or controls, but dominates that part of the city, or most of their faction makes up that part of the city. Doesn't mean you can't walk freely in between each one. It's just that you're going to be dealing with people from that faction mainly when you're talking to the higher ups and stuff. And then there's also
we know nothing about this, though, right? So
no, you do not. What's his face? We'll tell
Tiamondo.
You. Yeah, Tiamondo.
Tiamondo doesn't tell us anything until after the fact, so I don't.
Well, yeah. Well, he's trying, guys.
He's been doing better. I've been positively reinforcing good behaviors.
That's true. You have.
Yeah, I mean, it has everything to do with what you said. Yes. No, he's been trying better because he is realizing that if he doesn't help you, you guys just going to get him killed.
I also
yeah, he's very happy about this sword. So he's very happy about having this very elegant sword that's made out of this material called steel.
Strange alien metal.
Yeah, this strange alien metal. And for those of you who haven't don't know anything or just joining us, they're in this realm called the Shadow Realm. That they
Not the same Shadow Realm from D&D.
yeah, not the same one. Their highest like produced material for armor and stuff is iron. They don't even know what steel is yet. And so, like, they don't have like gold pieces and stuff as their currency. Their highest currency is made out of iron, of course, and it is very valuable material. But anyways, so like when they're handing out gold pieces and stuff, they're basically flashing off that they're rich people.
They have not discovered the riddle of steel.
Yeah.
We're not rich. We just got.
Yeah, gold exists. It's just like they mine it in the mountains and various places.
We're rich.
And
We have
it's not,
53 pounds of steel on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even
Well, we haven't even showed. Well, we showed one person that when we first got here. We're like, "Yo, dog, we got steel." And they
Yes.
said, "What is that?" And then we left. We said, "We're taking our steel with us."
So yeah, later on in the timeline, plinths or our highest form of currency will be steel, but it needs to be introduced first.
I think we're all carrying 10 pounds of steel. I think that's how we broke it up.
Yeah, basically. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, so he will tell you the different. If you guys don't mind me kind of going on a little rant here about the different factions, unless you just want to figure it out for yourselves, it's entirely up to you guys.
I'd like to.
I can have what's his face tell you guys about all the factions.
yeah, I'll let Tiamat know.
Yeah, Team Monday.
Knowledge is better than no knowledge.
Yeah. So he's like, well, if you guys are interested,
We're not really interested, but we need to know. So.
let me tell you about Rivers Keep. Rivers Keep's where it's at, man. This is the place to
Rivers
be.
Party the fuck.
Rivers Keep is anti-Farscape.
I mean, this is what we're trying to do, right? Like, we're trying to establish
Yeah.
trade, and or information, right?
Yeah,
Like, this is our whole
diplomacy.
objective right here, Jonah.
100%.
I understand. I just try to be as aloof as possible when I'm talking to Tiamando.
Yeah. You don't know what he's scheming.
Noted. Can't let him know what we care about.
That's Timondo, for those of you who don't know.
He
So
looks
he's...
too elven for my liking.
Yeah. Oh, well, here we go.
Here we go.
Bring on the elven racism. So the first thing you guys notice upon entering the city is the diversity. You'll see humanoids, monsters, creatures. At one point, you'll see a beholder float past you, as casual as can be. Like you're all like getting ready to grab your weapon. You think the town's under attack, and then it just floats by and like shakes somebody's hand with one of its eyeballs because they don't have hands.
I don't know what the fuck a beholder is.
Yeah, well, you could roll me knowledge if you want to know. Like they exist in the realm of light.
I want to
So-
know. I want to.
Hey, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
I'm rolling.
They're not good in the realm of light. They're very evil and usually
Nah,
bad.
they're assholes.
Yeah. They're the beholders we all know and love in D&D. In this world, they're just kind of they exist in that fashion, but they also exist in a normal fashion, just like anybody else.
Oh, Archon.
Yeah, Arcana.
10.
Okay. Anybody else rolling this?
hold on,
Oh wait, the
hold
bard.
on.
Yeah, if I say roll anything, the bard should always be rolling, unless you don't want to.
Oh,
All right.
just not me. The guy who doesn't go on adventures.
Well, I'm just saying because he's new, like he should know.
No,
like, the
it's
bard
funny.
roll.
Everyone else got 18 and 19. The guy who's basically a paper pusher got a 10.
Yeah.
You need to read more books.
Too much. Yeah, wrong books. You read the wrong books. Everybody else knows what a beholder is. There's a famous story about how a beholder attacked the town of Barn. Of not Barn, Boone. Sorry, get my own name wrong right here. Town of Boone. Oh, you guys can't. Fuck. Sorry, I'm clicking out. I'm clicking my bookmarks and I'm going to different websites.
Damn it.
Mature audiences.
That's why it's mature audiences.
Yes. All right, Boone, right here. So there's a famous, there's not famous, but there's a book that you could have read about infamous attack of a beholder attacking Boone, and like mesmerizing was the words used all of the citizens there, and forcing them to go underground while it controlled the city somehow. It was this whole thing. So, like, you've seen these before. The only story that you know about them is that they are evil and they're manipulators. So, you could take with that what you will. You guys are coming in on the northwest entrance here, by the way.
All right, but saying is, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Fun. Dad jokes.
That is all I see when I behold her. Is that what you're saying?
Ah.
Yeah.
So like, there's like all manner of monsters, or a couple monsters.
Yeah, there's humanoids. It's probably about 50-50. So there's elves, humans, dwarves, and then there's beholders. There's lizard folk.
Minotaurs.
Not that they're monsters, but
gibbering mountain.
yeah, minotaurs, centaur, like, and then there's like just like these massive, like hideous-looking creatures all over the place here. I've got pictures.
I mean,
yeah, of
You
course
see
you do.
a few of these
I
walking
just-
around.
I just
a few
Googled
of
it. I
these
just
walking
looked it
around.
up. Oh wow.
All manner of creatures, what I'm saying, and they all seem to
Half
be
of you,
somehow in harmony.
I mean, this.
Man.
I mean, I would look at the group.
Back in our world, humans and elves are having a problem.
Yeah.
maybe
So
it's the elves and the humans that are having a problem. You ever thought about it that way?
I think I look back at. I look back at Rogrum and I'd be like, yeah. I mean, I can't believe. I really can't believe what I'm seeing. I mean, so many different types of monsters and people living.
Hey, who you calling a monster over here? No, just kidding.
So many types of people living together in what seems
People
like
from Brooklyn are monsters, you.
a harmony. Like, I mean, perhaps this place has figured out something we have not.
Or maybe it's just different.
I mean,
It's
it's not that different.
looks different to me.
I mean, sure, you go to a different land, there is a difference, but they have towns, they have, water, they eat food, they make
Maybe they're
they have
monsters.
villages. They
I mean, our monsters back home are.
like, look at their homes. The homes look almost the same as ours.
Yes, but our monsters back home are called monsters for a reason, because they act like monsters. Maybe these don't act like monsters.
Yes, but that means how have they figured out how to become intelligent, or at least complacent?
Okay, so we were told about how like the factions work here, right?
It was. He's getting ready to tell you. I just didn't want
This
to
place is
roleplay.
fascinating. And then,
Kinda.
so Nathaniel's just in awe of like this city that seems to be thriving under such strange conditions.
Yes.
And I'm done.
Telemundo will say, if everybody's done, I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
Go
But
ahead.
Telemundo. But Telemundo will say.
Tiamundo.
That's a TV channel. He says, "Usco, skill." I don't know Spanish.
Oh, la los personas.
Yeah. Hey, let's go taco bato.
Tienes otras personas en la oficina quien habla inglés.
Yeah.
Taco, burrito, tequila.
Yeah. Durka.
Anyway, Tiamundo, not Telemundo.
Yeah, Tiamundo.
We've offended all of our potential Mexican fans.
Make one joke. No, I'm just kidding. He will say that there are five technically six, but five big, serious establishments here. This city is actually the biggest, the largest establishment in the Shadow Realm. Rivers Keep is. They thrive because of the towers here, and he points out these towers that have this like electric that keep getting shocked by lightning, and they have this like electricity pulsating out of them, and there's like this aura emitting from them. You have no idea what they do, but he's like, yeah, these towers here, they're the big draw to the city. And then he goes on to say, he's like, the first establishment you're gonna run into is the Order of the Dragon, and he's gonna kind of do a circle around the city and kind of basically this yellow line. He's gonna say this main city here, this main portion here, they control it. He's like, their main purpose is to seek out the old relics and artifacts left by the dragon spirits and ancient gods. They also believe that the crystals of power are a real thing and actively search for them, whatever that means. They are not good or evil, but do what they feel is necessary to accomplish what is most important at the time. Their efforts aren't always so obvious and noticed, but their importance to the city is nonetheless very crucial. They're also the group that maintains the obelisks throughout the city that ward off the Dark Veil. So the towers that he's pointing to are, he's saying that they ward off this Dark Veil. Whatever that. You can ask him about that later. He's like, next is the Legion. He's like, and first of all, so this is the Order of the Dragon symbol there. The Legion is this. So the flag color matches the color of the area of their city, or the color of their text, I'm sorry. So the Legion would be the orange area here. It's like the Legion, the oldest faction by far and have the most influence in Rivers Keep. They run the arena district and most of the ports. This just means they get a steady flow of coin from the taxes and such. They also are essentially in charge of establishing currency and its value. They are the government of the Shadow Realm, if there was one. Which there isn't, mind you. But they keep balancing all the chaos through laws and order. So it kind of sounds like there is a government, but there isn't a government. I don't know. More on that later. They are by far the wealthiest faction and or people in the Shadow Realm and pretty much do as they wish, although they are held to strict guidelines and their own laws, obviously. They are well respected and said to be the ones who are going to change the Shadow Realm into something better. And he's like, next is the Devil's Incursion. And he kind of describes what each of their flags are, because you'll see them around their areas. So the Devil Incursion, that's their flag, and then this is their area. And he's like, the second newest faction, they specialize in dark arts. They have helped the city rid several evils in the past with their knowledge. They are well respected, but at the same time feared and left alone. They mainly consist of spellcasters, but also various roguish types and spell swords. Next is the Coalition, green. This area up here. He's like, next is the Coalition. These are the Paladins of the Shadow Realm. Well, most of them anyways. They use honor and glory as their creed and believe that the deities have turned their eyes on the Shadow Realm for a reason. They seek to restore the deities' faith in the realm by showing them that it is worth saving and not completely lost. Some of the most powerful people in the realm are part of the Coalition. They help the city by any means they can. And he's like, last, but definitely not least, is the Protectors. This is actually a group that was in a former game of mine who made this up. Michael was a part of that group, and so was Johan. And I believe somebody else in this group was. But they own this part of the city down here. He's like, last but not least is the Protectors. They're the newest and recently just established faction. Their sole purpose is to help those outside Rivers Keep survive and build long-lasting towns of their own that can survive on their own. They also have the most diverse skill set and so can take on the stranger happenings outside of Rivers Keep. They accept everyone for who they are regardless of race, as long as they are here to protect those in need. He's like, any questions? And he kind of is like,
Did you bring up the Legion?
Yeah.
I did.
They're the oldest faction. They're essentially the government
second
of the
one.
Shadow Realm that regulates currencies, runs the arenas. They're also well respected.
And they also are on the ports.
And the ports. Oh, I forgot about the ports. Thank you. We were talking about those.
Yeah, they run most of them.
I'll post it in the notes.
Thank you.
That would probably help a lot.
Yes. Wait, no, that's not.
I'm assuming our tiefling friends and everybody else is also still with us at this point too, right? Like,
Oh, so
What was
I
the name?
did catch up with them.
Yeah, you were with us the whole time.
Yeah, you were with
Okay.
them. You were just not being vocal.
Okay.
But what the hell was her name again?
It's Tiana.
Tiana. Is that it? Tiana? Where's your
pretty close.
token, Jared?
T-Tay.
It's
Hold on, I'm posting
Takara?
notes here.
Takara.
and her husband Krim,
Krim, yeah.
or her bonded Krim, and we don't know the baby's name.
The
So
damn
I
name
look
yet.
at Takara and I say, you said you knew about, you knew some, or had some contacts with the Protectors, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, was it Famos?
Yes. I have look at his name real quick. Sorry, I was posting those notes. All right, so they're like, yes, Sir Jake. Sir Jake, he's the head of the Protectors, and he's the one who helped us in our time of need, and now we're here. Somebody's munching.
Yeah, Michael.
It was like signaling my ADHD. All I could hear was munching. But he's like, or she's like, yeah, he'll help us out, and follow me. So she leads you guys over to this district right here.
Okay, so we're heading to the Protectors. Seem like a level bunch, most accepting.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Probably the easiest.
Well, let's
to
not
talk
get
to.
too ahead of ourselves here. You guys are heading in that direction. So you guys go down this main road here, and you see
Well, yeah.
these very nice. Or yeah, are you guys going down the main road, or are you going down this
Yeah.
side path?
Oh,
Um,
is this the side path that I'm on right now, or is this the main road?
You can go down there. There is a road there. It's just covered by the line.
I'm gonna just follow the people who know where
Okay.
they're going. So
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
what
so
the
you
main
see like a
road is.
courtyard area here. This is kind of, it looks like a central park kind of deal. Like it's surrounded by houses and cities, and there's like this park. It doesn't look very pretty, but it is what it is. You imagine that it's used for growing various materials for spells and stuff, like spellcasting materials. Jeez. So there's a whole bunch of weird looking plants here. You can roll nature to know some of them if you're interested.
I'm
But,
interested, and I'm rolling.
Because we would know plants from the Shadow.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are universal things, but yeah. I mean, that's
Wait, do I get my natural 20?
not unless you have advantage for some reason.
Does the check mark mean I'm advantage or mean proficient?
proficient.
Man, the fucking diplomat.
He doesn't know about a beholder, but damn if he knows plants.
Damn, he knows about those plants.
I'm gonna roll, even though I don't care. I'm gonna roll.
All right, so there's some dragon roots.
I'm gonna
So-
persuade everybody not to know anything about these plants.
Yeah, everybody but Jeremiah.
This is why I hate D&D.
Everybody but Jeremiah would know that
Fuck
there's.
you guys.
I mean, like it's obscure because they do look a little different, and you have to be paying attention. But like, if you go out of your
I
way, you would
persuade
know
you
that
that
they're.
you do want to know about these plants.
So you guys have no idea what they are because you're too busy arguing about it.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, there's some like dragon root and some pea string, carrots. That's a powerful
Nice. Nice.
blood root. You know, all those material-esque names that you see here. The rest you probably wouldn't know just because they're native to this land. But you get the idea that these are plants and materials for spellcasting.
And we're
I don't know.
traveling through Order of the Dragon there.
Yes.
Yes.
On our walk over there, I do feel like if we're here to establish some kind of, I don't know, dialogue with the local government, then the local government is the Legion, is it not? I mean, I know they say they don't have a government, but I think eventually we're gonna maybe want to try and work our way towards them.
Yeah, the Legion is. I say government just so you guys can understand the purpose they serve, but they obviously don't consider it a government. They're just the ones who kind of try and keep law in the city.
That's
And
government.
they have the most money, so yeah, they have the most money and the most influence. So
Quote,
Yeah.
they are the government of the Shadow Realm if there was one.
yeah, if for all intents and purposes, government is the correct word because that's essentially what they are.
I agree, but I do
They
think
are
we
a
should
dictatorship.
establish ourselves with at least the protectors first.
Oh, I agree with that. I agree with that. I just don't want
Start
to.
small.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that if things were to go sour, it would behoove us to have friends in the protector.
Poop Deck Pete's Party Plaza.
Hey!
I already saw it.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Jeremiah and Jonah, you guys are getting yelled at by somebody who's telling them to get out of it because you're trampling in their garden space.
While we're traveling, we asked Diamundo about this Poop Deck Pete's Party Plaza.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, Poop Deck Pete. Let me tell you about Poop Deck. You know what? You're just gonna have to find out for yourself, because man, you gotta meet Poop Deck.
Considering colors, he must be in league with the Protectors.
No, that was Poop Deck Pete existed before the Legion or Protectors picked their colors. This was all a PC group that picked their colors, their flag, all of that. So.
I know, it was funny.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to.
I'm like, oh, they're both blue. They must
Hey.
be in league with each other.
Protector.
No.
Protector Poop Deck Pete. It's
Neutral space. There's neutral space right here. You guys could get a hold of. I'm just saying.
Hold on, I want to talk to these people who are yelling at us though. A little bit.
Yeah, it's just it's an old lady. Well, as far as you can tell.
You know, old lady with 3 heads.
Yeah,
Is
she's
she-
like,
is
get
she,
out of here.
Is she human? Is she what's her race?
She does not look human. She looks to be dwarven, or at least the closest thing you can think of.
Oh,
is dwarven.
sweet!
Durgar.
Sweet. Okay,
Yeah.
so I just kind of I respond back in Dwarvish. I go, I'm sorry. I go, I'm sorry. We're just admiring your work here.
Yeah, nice
Well,
plants.
You admire with your eyes, not your feet. Get out of here.
Yeah, you're walking in her garden right now.
I mean, you're walking on the pathway. You're not even in her garden, I assume, but
Oh,
she's,
it's just
she's
an
being
old
just
cankerous
like
woman.
she's just
That's
being
old.
like aggressive, overly aggressive.
Just
Alright, whatever.
I just kind of wave and say I'm sorry and Dwarvish and just keep moving.
Yeah, get out of here. Ah, man. You see, she's like sweeping the pathway that you guys are on as you're walking it, like your feet were tainting it. She's, super.
I ask her if
weird.
I could help. I ask her if I could help clean up. And
Yeah, you can get out of here.
Yeah, let's
Clean
go,
up.
Jeremiah.
I'd like to.
Yeah,
I'd like to
seem
use
very
my
interested in
acting
conversation.
You can try, but
I like to use my acting
no,
skills.
Nobody's getting
making
her.
a joke and like try to mimicry her as best I can, and be like, "Yeah, get out of here."
To her?
No, to the rest of the
No.
group.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Can I use vicious mockery and just
Sure, why not?
shout at her? No, I'm just kidding.
You guys do whatever the hell you want. I don't give a shit.
Let's not.
Just remember your mission. That's all. I just want to go bring it back. Yeah.
all right, Jonah. Let's
But I do mine. I try to mimicry her and like yell at the group even more.
Okay. Well, you could roll perform if you want. I don't
And I'd be
know.
like, "Yeah, get out of here."
Get out of here! Yeah.
Please roll bad.
Yeah, you sound too much like a dude. Like you're like, it's a little convincing.
I continue to go. I'm not moving my token, but I continue to go.
I'm moving. I'm moving over to where.
Fine, I'm moving my token. I don't want to stand
Well-
next to Tiamondo.
Well, as you guys are going through, I'm trying to keep up with you guys here. As you guys are going through the city here, you'll see this is more of a as far as this city goes, you haven't seen any other houses or anything, so you don't know that this is the rich district. But Tiamundo would say that this is like the wealthier. Well, they're not the wealthiest, but like these houses are the more well-maintained houses, besides those of the Legion. But the Legion has a lot of numbers, so their houses tend to be a little bit smaller for space. But yeah, so there's less of these people, but because of that, they have bigger houses. I guess is the point he's trying to say. So that's why the houses here look all big, and he's like, I don't really go through this district that much. It's kind of fascinating, actually. And he's like, look at the size of those walls, and he's pointing at the walls here around these big keeps. And this is one of the towers here. You see, actually, there is a tower in each district, except for the protectors. They don't have a tower.
They haven't earned theirs yet.
Yeah, well, they're new. They've only been here for a few years, so.
That's why I said they haven't earned theirs.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's just Tiamundo reassuring you, like, yeah, they just haven't been here long enough. So you guys continue on, and you'll see like some kids playing. Like you'll see like a lizard folk kid playing with like a kid that's half scorpion. It looks like, at first glance, it looks like the scorpion could be attacking the kid, but then he like spits out this like slimy like ball-looking thing, and they start kicking it around and laughing and playing, and they jog off, and like once again you take your hand off the hilts of your sword, or not. I mean, it depends on how you would take the situation, but it's a lot of that, a lot of just confusing relationships that you're not used to. People shouting at you from their windows for no reason. You feel like you're in New York, like the bad part of New York or something. There's people who just don't want you there because they don't know who you are. Like you guys feel like the outcast, and which is weird as that sounds.
This kind of feels like weird anti-Fosgate.
Yeah. So, but you guys continue down into the protectors, and again, you're following.
I feel like I'm at home. If
Let me get their pictures so everybody can see them. There's Takara, and where is her fracking husband?
Well, he's currently pumping water into the ground to extract mineral.
Huh.
I would agree with you, Rogrum. This is a bit the opposite of Farscape.
Yeah.
Very. I mean, these people must have figured out some way to coexist. I mean, it seems like pure chaos, but everything seems to be working.
Sorry. Could I roll a history to see if this is something that I learned through my studies? If I learned like the origin of like the city or any background information that we haven't learned
Out of the journal?
Well, we've also been traveling for 6 weeks to get here.
What?
Yeah.
Well, the blood moon has
Jesus!
passed. By
Yep.
the way, the blood moon's passed.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
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 They probably think we're dead.
Well, then just forget I haven't rolled it because that's horrible. Anyways, I don't know anything.
You know nothing?
I know nothing.
We don't even know if time works the same over here as it does over
Yeah.
there.
Alright, so this is Krem. This is
Oh, he
Takara.
looks better. Hey, Kara, what's up?
Kara married a juggalo.
How you
Yeah.
doing?
Like, you'll notice that, like, face painting and stuff is a very common thing here. Like, he looks like a Joker or whatever, Juggalo or Jester, but he, a lot of people here just, that's like a thing.
Cross
So-
Jester? Cool. Yeah, I would imagine, like, long clothing and face paint would probably be popular to hide all the, like, dark veins and shit.
Yeah, it's just kind of their culture.
Yeah.
But you guys continue on, and she leads the way. I made their tokens here so I could have them
Out
on
of
the
the
map.
3 games I've been in, this is the first time I've actually interacted with people in the Shadow Realm.
Well, there was
First time every
the
village
werewolves.
I went to, it was destroyed.
Get used to it. When we talk about
Gosh.
it.
So she grows 30 times larger. No. So they lead you down here, and they take you to this building right here. It seems to be one of the larger I'm sorry, wrong building. I apologize. Right here. It's this building right here.
We see buildings shift around.
Yeah. And she's like, wait out here. I'll be right back. And she goes inside, and you hear like this massive, "Hey, how's it going, Takara? Welcome."
Bada boom!
Bada bing, bada boom. But basically, it's this like huge welcome, and she's like, "Oh, but I have some people I would like to introduce you to. They're the reason why we're here." And the person's like, "Oh, of course, yes, bring them in, bring them in, bring them in." And you guys, she comes out and she has you guys come in. Oh, I'm sorry, Krim went with her too. They both have you guys come in, and okay, yeah, he was on your shoulder. And you guys walk in, and this place is actually, it looks, I mean, big, but when you go on the inside, it is way bigger than it looks like on the outside. There's people everywhere. There's just dining halls everywhere, and people are eating and being merry. And there is, I think I have a map. Yes, I do. Let me get you guys on the map here. You guys all come in. So the first thing you notice is that you go through the door and you go directly downstairs as if you're like, this is in a basement area. And I'm not going to bring their tokens here. They're here with you. Yeah, better, actually. Anyway, so you guys come down. There's a door. And you guys enter, and it seems to be a very lively place. There's a bard, or at least the equivalent of a bard, who is like telling some jokes, and he's like, "And I said to the nightmare, why the long face?" And like some people laugh, like a lot of people are just ignoring them and enjoying their drink. A nightmare is a horse that's on fire, FYI, for those of you. So he's
I know, make funny.
But I don't know. Maybe you guys don't know it, and that's why you don't get the joke. It's totally character.
I didn't get it. Just
Yeah.
because I don't know much about D&D.
I caught the tail end of the joke, so.
Yeah. So,
Jeremiah goes. Jeremiah, wherever the bard is, Jeremiah kind of has a like kind of. He feels like he should go towards the bard and introduce himself, or I guess the equivalent of a bard, the Shadowrun bard, anyways.
yeah.
And Jeremiah goes up and says, "That was a very interesting and funny joke you had there. My name is Jeremiah, and I'm kind of like you in a lot of ways. Just hoping that like he."
Oh my god, he's huge!
Holy shit!
He was a giant this whole time!
Oh, wrong button.
He
That's
could
what he
have
looks
been.
like. He's not sitting in a chair. That's what he looks like.
He's
Sit-
like,
Oh, don't trust him. He's got the
yeah.
pyramid of pain.
he doesn't look impressed either.
Next to him is a girl sitting next to him who's just looks like this. Who's just kind of observing you guys as you guys walk by. And
Samurai Jack.
I go
And
talk to this chick.
and he looks at you and he's like, "Well, I don't normally get compliments, but I accept tips if you like the joke." And he kind of has this like deep, confident voice that he didn't seem to have when he was telling his jokes.
I kind of put off his request for money and ask him, kind of already knowing that like he does this sort of stuff. I go, do you want to sing together?
Sing. Well, he's like, "Oh man, I haven't sang a song in like 3 or 4 months. I'm a little rusty. I don't.
And then he
What
starts
songs do you
freaking out.
know?"
He's like, "Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty."
Everybody starts throwing coins at you, very hard.
I
I
asked
can't
him,
tell if they're pleased or trying to make you shut up. No.
is there like a very well-known song in the Shadow Realm that is kind of like a, or
Are
like
you
a-
asking him or
like a
asking me?
village, or like a village song? Him. I'm asking him. Like, is there a famous village song or a song around here that people might know?
There's the attack of the hideous creatures. There's old children stay awake at night, or mom and dad may not come back. There's beware of red eyes, but fear more the black eyes.
All right.
And Baby by
And the really popular one is The Hooded Man Cometh. The Hooded Man Cometh.
All right. Can I roll to see if I know that song?
One more. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. That's also famous.
Somehow that bypasses the wall itself.
I don't like being that GM that says this, but I have to be that GM and says you probably wouldn't know any of these songs because they are,
Damn it.
known to the Shadow Realm. I don't know if I can't really think of a way as to how you would know them. It'd be a far stretch. Unfortunately.
Well, Jeremiah looks and goes, well, I don't know any of those songs.
You could always pretend.
But I can certainly try.
Okay. Oh, he's like, well, yeah. I mean, if you can sing them right, we'll make some good coin. But they're hard songs.
Jeremiah looks at him and goes,
I don't suppose you have a cloak on you, do you?
I'm off for a challenge.
This girl's like kind of chuckling, and we'll get to you, Nathan. I haven't forgot about you.
No,
But we'll get to her. She kind of chuckles. This girl here, she kind of chuckles at that, at your guys' conversation.
Yeah, the song "Beware the Red Eyes" pops in my head.
But be more aware of the black eyes. The black eyed peas, to be more specific.
Okay.
Pulls out the dagger.
We're all happy.
I don't. I kind of look at him and I go, well, unfortunately, I only really have the clothes on my back, just like not really exposing too much of.
So this mysterious girl right here. Again, I'll show you a picture. She gives you pretend she has a cloak. She gives you her cloak, and she's like, "Oh, this ought to be entertaining." And she kind of smiles.
So Jeremiah kind of goes over and says, "Oh, thank you." And
The cloak starts eating.
Yeah, what's the stew's name that I'm talking to?
You notice there's not much clothes underneath the cloak that she took off. It's more fur, and like, yeah. So it's weird.
I look at him and I go, I pardon me, but I don't really think I caught your name, but that fine specimen over to your right gave me a cloak, so here you go."
And he just kind of is like, ugh, kind of gives you that ugh, that grinny face, and he's like, all right, let's do this. He walks back behind the place here, and he comes out back around with this instrument. It looks like a horn of some sort. It looks like a horn that's shaped like a saxophone, but it doesn't have the keys like a saxophone would. And it's a little smaller too. And
Jeremiah,
go ahead.
Yes.
I know you haven't really heard any of these songs, but to be honest, from what I've heard from you, I have confidence. Give it your best.
Wait, but he just told me he knew all the songs. No, I don't know if he did that or not.
Thank you
Oh,
for
you
your
can't.
thank you for your
Yeah, look at
for your confidence, Rogrum. I appreciate it.
Guidance.
Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! That's nice.
I'm taking advice from online where I don't just outright say I cast guidance, like vote of confidence, pat on the back.
Well, that's part of the spell. That's part of the vocal components is you have to give someone encouragement, right? No. So you give me a performance real quick. I'll roll for this. Oh, I gotta get my dice out.
Probably gonna fail, but here we go.
Well, we'll get.
Please.
The lower the expectations, the better.
And the D4.
Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
man,
hey.
not looking good on this end.
Add a D4.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Step by.
So 18.
18.
Well,
Yeah.
he's gotta add it.
I guess I gotta roll.
Yeah,
Oh, I was
yeah,
looking
the
at.
D4.
I was looking at Jeremiah, so I learned the wrong thing.
Shit.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
just
is
the
you.
normal dice. Where the fuck are the normal dice at again?
No, just do /R D4. /r space d4.
Oh.
Oh, so 15 total.
15.
And that's
Well, no,
better than a 14.
That's Nathaniel's.
It's also a dice roller on the
No,
Oh,
bar
he
on
got
the
an
left.
Jeremiah got an 18.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
fine with
cool,
that.
Yeah.
We'll take the 18.
Yeah, you just.
Oh yeah, why would we take Nathaniel's fucking roll?
I didn't notice it was also a d4, so I was like,
Yeah, I didn't look at the name. So, all right, so 18. You
my
play-
vote of confidence.
So like this guy, you get the so it starts off rough because you don't know the song. It's like I don't even know what song you guys chose to sing. I guess "Beware of the Red-Eyed Lady," and
You know,
it
the
starts
110
off
people.
like "Beware of the red-eyed lady, she'll come for you, babies" or something, and like you kind of get you're like, okay, I don't really get this, but then you get the chorus, and then all of a sudden you start picking up on it. You just take over the session, and then you're like, "Beware of the red-eyed lady, she's gonna take your babies, yeah." And like everybody just like stops their conversation, and they're like, "What?" And like are looking at you like, "Wait, we got somebody here who can sing." And like he at some point is just kind of non-existent.
You're like glam rocking it up there.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Aerosmith just pumping face.
Yeah. So while you're rocking it, Nathaniel, and we'll get to you, Nick. I know you're going to Krim and
Oh, you're good,
Takara.
you're good.
Nathaniel, you go up to the unnamed lady. Again, I'll show her a picture for the hell of it.
The red-eyed
And-
lady that they're currently singing about.
Yeah,
Beware.
and she's kind of bobbing her head. You notice that she looks just like she looks, exactly dead on, red eyes, fur, everything, except for that she's not sitting on the dock in the water. She looks at you and kind of doesn't really pay you much attention, and she just kind of is like bobbing her head back and forth to the music.
So as I walk up to her, I tell her, "Miss, forgive me for asking, but did they encapsulate the blood moon in your eyes? How do they look like that?"
She's like, I was born like this. It's the trait of my race. She's like, you're not from
Oh.
around here, are you? You look different.
No,
Now
I'm
that I look at
certainly
you.
New, certainly new to the town. If it's a question that is too bothersome, I will be on my way.
She's like, no. She's like, the people in my village, we live underground. We've lived underground our whole lives. We've only recently come above ground, and we're curious about this world. And she's like bobbing her head back and forth to this music, and she's like, to be honest with you, it's very fascinating.
I would agree. I'm hoping to set up some trade deals with the people in town. And your people are underground. Does that mean... Have you been down there for a long time and just come up recently?
Yeah, we're actually worshipped by another humanoid race.
You are in fact worshipped.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Yes, of course.
For may I ask why?
Because our heritage is that of fiends. We are fiendish.
Oh, part devil.
Ah,
Like
so
she-
you know. Okay, good. You've studied your religion, I see.
I mean, I have had a run-in with a friendly devil or two.
She's like,
None
all of a
the-
sudden, this conversation is more interested in the music. You have my full attention now. As she interrupts you.
Yeah. I say, so you are half demon? Half devil? Or descendant from another?
You guess you could say we're a mistake. We're a creation of the devil, and we were...
Plenty of parents have said that children are mistakes. I'm not inclined to believe them.
Do you know what a satyr is?
Yeah, they're the sheep beasts, right?
More like goats, but yes.
Oh, goats. Yes.
Yeah, we are a combination of them and a devil kind of experiment, if you will, given human traits. They hoped that we could have the charisma of the mind fart of the satyrs and the traits of a human, so that we weren't so off-putting. As you can see, the red eyes kind of negate that. She chuckles, but it doesn't bother me.
I don't think it's a mistake at all.
You flatter me.
In a mad world, the only reasonable response is to be mad as well. And you, my dear, have a lovely bit of chaos about you.
Some of my folk wouldn't agree
when he's
with
like
you.
saying these things, he's saying these things as like one would appreciate like fine clothes, right? Like he's not hitting on her, but he's just saying, well.
Give me a wisdom save. You've been looking in her eyes for quite some time now.
Didn't you hear the song Beware the Red Eyes? Come on, man.
You've not been listening. It's fine. You notice that her eyes are kind of mesmerizing. Give me a knowledge religion too while you're at it. If you can. If you can't, then just straight up intelligence. Okay. You know that she may not be completely honest with you. There may be another devil-esque creature inside of her that I'm sure you're well aware of. That is very seductive.
Yes, and I would bring it up because we have a very curt understanding of each other. I'd be like, "Are you sure there's not something more seductive in your lineage?"
You are a bright one.
Well, it was my
perhaps
my job. It is my job to was my job to portray some of these devils in various forms in acting.
She hops up and she's like, "Do you want to get out of here?"
Miss, I apologize. I'm actually I'm married. I was just intrigued by your
Married?
your shape. Bonded, I say.
They don't know.
Bonded.
You're no fun.
Oh, I assure you, I am.
I have plenty of fun.
And I look at her and I'd be like, I assure you, I'm plenty of fun, but unfortunately, only my bonded gets to experience that pleasure.
She walks away and sits at the table over here.
So
Next to a couple guys.
in the end, I was certainly flirting with her, but like I made it.
Yeah.
Very well.
She does not like not getting her way. You get the impression.
Yes, and I say, I wink at Jeremiah, and I say, the fires of youth. And Nathaniel's like 35, 36, like, but he's a bit weathered. And with that, he'll toss a coin in Jeremiah's hat and walk away to the group as he.
Jeremiah winks at him as he walks away.
I give a little as I walk away to show you're doing a good job, and I go back to the group and I shut up.
All right, so Rogrum, you did notice that she sat down at the table, but first let's get to Jonah because he said he was going over here to talk to Krim and Takara. We'll get back to you. So the person you see who's kind of like serving over in the southern portion of the like the food and stuff, she looks like this.
Okay.
She's got these like massive like stilt things going on here that are like crazy. They make her like crazy tall, like 7 foot tall.
Yeah, from
unnecessarily
the knees up,
tall.
I'm down with that, but
But she's kind of like she's always crouching down, and I knew that's kind of an inappropriate position there to be shown online. But
That's alright.
yeah, that's kind of where we're at here with your audiences. But she's like walking around, and these.
This is all of Jared's pictures.
Yeah. Yes, it is, unfortunately.
I love this shit, dude.
But she moves around very quickly because of these things. She's very fast. She preps stuff very quickly, so you can kind of get the idea of why she wears these things. Perhaps maybe some magical. And Takara and Krim kind of come up here to the table as well as you, and they ask for. I'm sorry, I forget my own NPCs' names. That's my bad. They ask for Sir Jike. And she, yeah, JYK.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Ignore this picture for a second. I'll put it down here for reference later. So she's like, yeah, he should be back soon. Just make yourselves comfortable. Takara and Krim. It's Krim. Oh, Krim. Yeah. Yeah, you've been expected. I've been told that your meals are on us. So have a seat. Who's this guy with you? And they're like, oh, this is Jonah. He kind of helped us get here. They introduce you immediately, but go ahead.
Sir Jonah Bearded.
Ah, yes. Sir.
I could be a sir too.
They don't really know, like, they don't understand what sir means, so they're just kind of like, oh, yes, sir, Jonah.
Yes.
And they're like, yeah.
What are Krim and Tiamara having? Or Takara. Sorry, Tiamara.
Whatever they order. We've got some lamb's meat. We've got some fire goat tally. We've got some rare fish. But they're kind of on the expensive side. But I guess the bill's on us.
I'll take the fish then.
All right. She's like, all right, the fish it'll be, and Takara and Krim just say that they'll have they'll have like a cooked fox or something, like a cooked fox. And she's like, yeah, of course. And you guys, I'm not clever enough to think of other names for foxes, so we're just going with fox. So you guys go sit over here, and she says they'll serve it to you.
Very well.
And I guess since you're with them, your meal is free. And you notice she's running around and she's got a bunch of orders that she's dealing with.
I kind of
in the meantime. Go ahead.
I yell over to Jonah and be like, I'm like, hey yo, give me some of that.
In the middle of your song? Is it one of the words? One of the verses?
Yeah.
Oh, give me some of that.
We got a maid at the house. Hey.
All right.
I don't remember her name. I think it was Mindy.
Mindy the maid.
So you sit at a table. I didn't feel like filling the tables with random NPCs because I was being lazy. But they're like these tables are all full, for the most part. So every time you guys are sitting down, you're squeezing in between people.
All right.
And you guys sit down at this table.
I stand.
Okay, you stand. Well, I'm talking mainly about Jonah, Takara, and Krim at this current moment. You guys sit down at this table, and on the other side of you, a bunch of sketchy lads. There's one really big, like, lizard folk guy. And he's sitting there, and he's eating this massive just chunk of meat. He's been tearing at it. He's been eating it with his hands. He's got, like, greasy flakes of skin hanging off of his fingernails from eating this fleshy beast that he's eating.
Nice.
And it's all over his face and his teeth. Very sloppy and like just no manners whatsoever. Just and he's like eating and he's talking
Elbows
like
on the table.
yeah, elbows on the table. And he's like spitting as he's talking. Like a chunk of meat hits Takara and she just kind of like wipes it off and doesn't say anything about it. And you're like seeing this and it's like it's horrid. You're just like ugh.
I will let my blood boil and leave it be.
Okay. And he's like, you there. I hate saying this. He's like, you there with the white skin. What's your deal?
I don't know. I mean, what do you
We're
mean?
Caucasian.
What do you mean by my deal?
I ain't seen anybody like you around here. That's a fine beard you got there. Why you got a beard there? That's just more thing for creatures to grab you by and put you into a submission.
The ladies can grab it too, my friend.
I imagine someone as ugly as you gets a lot of women, right? And he like elbows the guys next to him.
Oh, what are you eating over there? What's your name?
Oh, the name's Raiden.
What are you eating over there, Raiden?
Oh, I'm eating myself here some hellhound. Give me a you can give me either a knowledge religion or you can give me an insight. Either one.
Knowledge, nature, or insight here. Let's see. I gotta pull up the old character sheet. I guess we'll go with 7.
In typical.
All right, he's eating a hellhound. I mean, you don't know what a hellhound looks like cooked.
Well, it looks delicious. I'm sure my friend Tikara
hence the insight.
getting something on her.
Yeah, she seems very intimidated by this guy. Krim is just kind of holding his tongue, just like you are, in a manner. Well, he was biting his tongue not to, because like he thinks it's rude too, but like it's kind of normal here, so.
You always slosh food around a table like that?
And he's like, what business of yours would I do with my food?
Oh, as long as it's on that side of the table.
I was here first.
That is 100% accurate.
And he spits some more food out as he's saying this. You shut up with your science.
Listen, Raiden, how about we don't need to talk. You can eat, and we can sit here and watch.
He's like, no, I feel like talking. At this point, he blows out one of the candles on the table, and he's like, no, what's your story there? What'd you say your name was? I gave you mine.
My name is Bearded. Jonah Bearded.
Huh. Your last name's named after your beard? That's stupid.
Actually, named after my father, but I mean, it's fine.
What was your father, a beard? But nobody else is laughing. He kind of feels stupid after that.
My father's irrelevant.
Yeah, as they often are, right? I ate my father, little bastard.
I'm looking around, waiting for my food to show up.
So we'll move on. So that type of conversation continues the entire time you're here.
Ethan, you see the last thing Rogrum has written so far is they eat their fathers here.
All of them, every single one of them.
I look at you and be like, yeah, that is a good note.
So
don't have children. Got it.
Rogrum, you sit here before Nathaniel and the girl get here. You're sitting here at this table. Again, it's a crowded table, and
I'm a thin guy. I don't take up much space.
yeah, no, there's some space on the bench. You scoot over. They move out of the way. I mean, well, they don't really need to, but you move out of the way, and you get this horrid smell from the guy who's sitting to your right. It's like if you've ever been to a con and you sit next to the guy with BO and you have immediate regret, and you're like, I gotta sit next to this guy for the next 4 hours. It's kind of like that. Like, well, I sat down. This guy smells terrible. He smells like dead fish. And the breath of the guy sitting across from you isn't much better. But here you are.
And I walk away.
Well, you're not here yet. This is before you get here.
Okay, good.
And this is before the girl gets here. So this kind of all happened simultaneously. So like
Understood.
Jeremiah is starting to sing now. So red-eyed lady. She's gonna sit with you at the table and possess your body. So you're sitting at this table, and there's this conversation going on. Everybody seems to be engaged in. So there's two different conversations going on. There seems to be the northern half of the table and the southern half of the table on their own conversation. And you sat in the middle of both of these conversations. So you're hearing two different conversations. People on the southern side of the table are talking about these recent attacks. Something about these people with weird jaws and mouths that open really wide, but they look like humans who've been kind of a nuisance. And the other guy's just like, whatever, I'll beat their ass, just bring them on. And he's like, you always say that, but you always get your ass kicked. And then so the conversation to the north is there's a little less people, and they're like, wow, who's this guy? Who is this guy? What did he say his name was? I didn't get his name. Man, that guy can sing. Wow, he's making Fred, just for the I don't have a name for him. He's making Fred look like shit. And he's like, yeah. Fred said that joke like 6 times in the past 3 hours. So I don't, it's not that hard to believe. So those are the two conversations that are going on. You're welcome to join either of them or none of them.
I probably would tell the people talking about Jeremiah. Well, his name happens to be Jeremiah.
Ah, Jeremiah. Yeah, that's right. I don't even know if you said your name, Jeremiah. So they're just kind of.
I don't know.
I don't think you did.
I did, but I did. I don't know.
I think he did.
Oh, okay. Jeremiah. Yeah, I've never heard of Jeremiah. What a strange name, Jeremiah. So, like, is he like a professional or something, or like?
Oh, he's a crowd favorite from a distant land.
Distant land. Huh. Interesting. Well, that's great. I sure hope that he makes the. Fuck. What did I give her name? Did I give her name yet? Her?
No, you didn't.
Okay,
No,
I'll
that's
give her
what
name right now.
what is the it's the
Oh, I did give her a name. I just need to
did,
show
but
it.
we didn't pay attention.
I just need to show the names. I think I gave all these guys names. Yeah, okay. And her name.
Fred and
Fred, is that really his name?
No,
yeah,
It
that's the
is
bard's
now.
name. That's the bard's name.
Fred.
They're super not creative in
But it's spelled with 2 D's.
Fred.
F-R-D-E-D.
Oh, that's what I just did that. And
Fred Day.
Freed. Freda. Freddy.
Alright,
It's a Freddy, yeah.
Alright.
This.
All right. So her name is Gyna, or Gina.
Giant.
Jared, you are
What?
awful.
What?
I mean, pure.
Oh, you guys! I can't believe you went there. Oh man, you guys are terrible. I never would have even. I never would have even.
Can it at least be
Gina or something?
I don't believe you, Jared. I don't believe you for a minute.
He must have been drunk when he got there. His name is Gina. I love it. No, we gotta keep
Can
it.
it at least be
No, we
Gina?
gotta keep it the way it is.
Do not sneeze before you say
So
her
they say. Okay, yeah, Gina's fine.
All right, good. Moving on.
So I hope it didn't upset Gina.
I never want to upset Gina.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's sorry. So back to the conversation. They're like, oh, I hope it didn't upset Johnny because she gets really mad when she doesn't like what's going on. And they're like, you telling me? And they all kind of look at the girl who Nathaniel's talking to, who has just recently now stood up and walked away from Nathaniel and sat down at your table. And she's like, huh. She's like, I need a drink. And all of the guys at the north of the table slide their drinks to her simultaneously.
I one-up them all and give her a bottle of common wine from the realm of light.
And she's like, she kind of like scoots their drinks to the side so she can see you because she's kind of short. And she's like, what is this here, Mr. Well, they don't have those proper. She's like, you are.
I typically go by Rogrum.
Rogrum. What is this? What is this you're giving me here? This is a strange. Is this some sort of ale?
That would be wine from my hometown.
Wine. The only wine I know about is children and when they're being annoying.
Okay.
Yeah, they whine when they're being like.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, the comment caught him off like.
Okay, you're role playing. My bad.
That was like, okay, spelling, not my best topic. Is that spelled the same? I don't think so. No, this is typically a drink made of fruit.
Fruit, huh? We'll give it here. She grabs it, pops the cork. Well, I assume. Well, hold on, wait. Do you have to go through the whole fashion of popping the cork, or can she just pop it off? I guess that's the question.
It's
All the details.
It's a common 2-silver bottle that he grabbed like 10 of before
Okay.
he left town.
Okay, so like we'll just say there's a mechanism on it and pops off, and she
Like here, amazing. Over there, meh.
drinks it, puts it down, and like looks around. She's like, I think this is the best thing I've ever tasted. What did you call this again?
Wine.
She drinks it again, and everybody at the table is now quiet. At this point, Nathaniel comes over and sits to a very quiet table as she's drinking this wine that you are probably familiar with. And she proceeds to chug the entire bottle. Well, not like chug, but drinks it very quickly.
I would whisper to Rogrum and be like, she's just FYI, she's a bit devilish, succubusy, I imagine.
I heard your conversation.
Oh. I like pucker up my face a little bit, and I'd be like, "Were you eavesdropping, you cat?"
I wouldn't call it eavesdropping. I would call it information collection.
Looking at the China guard.
An eavesdropper would call it that.
Yes, quite.
Well, I'll have to keep that in mind.
He turns his notebook towards you. Under your name, it says, "is married."
Yeah, and I'd be like, "You didn't know that? I brought up my children, my wife, I think." Maybe not loud and.
It was.
She stops drinking at that point. She's like, "This guy's always on about his wife. This guy." It's like, man,
bonded.
what is this wife thing you keep talking about? You talking about you're bonded?
You blonded? I like how
You're blonded. She's drinking wine. All right, give her a break.
She's actually from Long Island, and drinking brings it out.
I'm from Jersey.
China from New York.
China from Jersey. China from Jersey.
China from Jersey.
So I'd be like, oh yeah, and I like just sort of ignore her.
You're okay. All right.
You're testing her.
Yeah, and I go back. I could just continue talking with Rogrum and be like, yeah, they're lovely, two boys. And hold on,
excuse
let me
me.
just get
That's
that.
my Jersey phone.
It's my telepathy. Hold on one second.
Satan's calling me. Hello, Satan. What about it? Forget about it. No,
What about it? Forget about it. So yeah, I just tell
That's
you.
it. Next time I get a call from someone I know, I'm gonna respond with, "Yeah, what is it, Satan?"
Forget about it.
Mom, I'm sorry.
What about it?
I'm over here on my Luigi board.
Yeah.
What about it, Satan?
Oh, that's good.
Full circle.
Full circle. So yeah, I give you some information, some basic information about my kids, and I actually what I do is I cast a little spell, I cast a little minor illusion, and I show you like a little picture of what the kids look like in minor illusion.
These guys at the table will look at you kind of like horrified, and they're like, "What are you doing here? And your children are elsewhere. Your children could be getting." Now everybody's from fucking Brooklyn. They're like, what are you doing here? And your children are elsewhere. They're going to get killed. You need to be with your children all the time. Are you stupid?
Their mother is watching them, and
Horrifying.
and they're about as safe as they can.
Yes, women are equal, and they totally can take care of. That's totally the view that these people have here. So that's a good answer.
Jesus Christ!
Well, I'm trying to think fantasy setting here, and in a place that isn't so nice, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah,
I don't believe that.
The color of people's skin.
I don't. I make myself look bad a lot. I get it. It's totally on accident, though.
Okay.
A lot.
Just FYI, like male and female character races have the same stats. Like they're equally good at stuff. D&D is an equally balanced world.
Fun fact.
Yeah, but back in the
Wasn't
day,
so
they weren't
in
always
AD.
treated so equally, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Back in the AD&D,
Yeah.
female strength capped at 1850.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
so
learned this
what I'm getting at is I'm not going to say that, even though this is a mature audience. We're civilized people here. We don't need to get into these.
Well, also,
you
there's
know.
just no mechanics that would support it.
I don't care about mechanics.
Like a
I'm
woman
talking
is as
society.
strong as a man is as strong as a woman. It's
Well,
just
we
not-
all agree on this. Nobody's disagreeing with that. Moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on, I bring that up to Rogrum and I tell the people to, in a polite way, things are handled, and then I shut up.
Okay.
Makes a quick sketch of the kids.
Hold. Okay. So, who we back onto? So I'm trying to move full circle here because everybody's doing different things. Jeremiah, you finish your song. Fred, also spelled P-H-R-E-D-D by Bob the Merchant on Twitch.
F-R-E-D. Excuse you.
Well, it can be spelled many ways in the Shadow Realm.
Everyone spells it different.
Yeah, it's as long as it's not F-R-E-D, you're good. He kind of like when the song's over, you notice that he stopped playing and you didn't even realize it. He's like looking up to you as if you're like some sort of god. And you only rolled like an 18 or something. Like, well, you don't. I mean, that you don't know how to translate that. You feel like you played good, but not your best. He's like, how the music that flowed out of you was like it was from the gods, and the gods have forsaken us.
Second coming of hurdles.
I kind of look at Fred
Okay.
and I go, well, this is my people. I come from a long lineage of performers and knowledge seekers. This is in my blood, but I definitely got a little help from. I have a lot of good support, if you will, and I sort of so make kind of like use a little emphasis just because Rogrum helped out a little bit, but I don't actually think that Fred really picked that up. But I'm like, yeah, I have a lot of support, and it's just my people were
Teach me.
performers, and it comes naturally.
Teach me, oh Grandmaster!
Interruption. Teach me.
I look at Fred and I go, well, I'd be happy to teach you what I know, but I don't.
Play another song, Bard. Yeah.
Before we rip your head off!
Do they actually know what my race is here, though?
Sing "Death to All the Tyrants." That's my favorite. Oh yeah, I love that song. "Death to the Tyrants" is great. Good request.
Toss a coin to the window.
I look at Fred and I go, do you know this? Do you know how the song goes?
He's like, yeah, but I couldn't sing it as well as you could. I think you should just take this one. Takes a step back.
Maybe you play rhythm and I'll play lead.
Take a step back.
I look at him and I go, I kind of whisper over to him. I say, I'm not really from around here. I don't I don't know that I know.
He's like,
the words.
everybody, well, introducing Jeremiah. He's gonna play Death to the Tyrants. You're in for a treat. You are in for a treat. And goes, sits down on the end of the table over here.
For the sharks.
This is how they get rid of the competition.
Jeremiah kind of looks, gives kind of a very intense look to Fred, kind of like shakes his head a little bit.
He's smiling. He doesn't realize you don't know the song. Like he's kind of.
Twice, Ethan.
No, he interrupted him. That's when he was like, "Hey, everybody!" Like he interrupted him when he was talking, so he totally missed that.
Well, you said there's no way for me to actually know these songs, so I guess I'm just gonna have to be honest.
This is the part where you as a bard's gonna shine, or maybe your doll. Let's just go ahead and role play that out and give me a nice performance. Role play is very important as well, so go ahead and give us a little introduction to your song here. Let's see how this goes.
Sorry, mate. Guidance is a touch spell.
Everybody's quiet listening, except for fucking loudmouth. Except for loudmouth lizard guy. He's chewing and snotting out over at Jonah is kind of loud and disrupting. But
I already forgot what the song was called.
Death to the Tyrants.
So Jeremiah just kind of clears his throat and just kind of you could feel his body temperature kind of rising a little bit. And he goes, "Well, hello everyone. Hello one and all.
Sing!
I kind of look at Fred and I go, I wanted to thank Fred for singing with me and give me an opportunity.
Fuck Fred, he's a loser! Sing us Death to the Tyrants! Yeah, what's he stalling for? He's acting like he doesn't know the song or something. Everybody knows the song, right? Yeah!
This place is rude.
Welcome to the Shattering.
Jeremiah kind of goes, it's been a few years since I've sang the song, but I'll go ahead and give it a try.
Let's roll a performance first, because then you can base your roleplay off the performance if you want, or you can roleplay and it's up to you. Okay, so that's good. Yeah! So go ahead. But hey, the roll's only half. I need the roleplay. It's important.
So I go, Death to the tyrant.
Is that a fireplace behind him?
Yeah.
We do not care who gets in our way.
In our way! And they clink their glasses.
To the tyrant. We will prevail.
They start singing along. Death to the tyrants! Those fuckers are gonna die! And they click their glasses and they're like, yeah! It's not even the right song. Fred looks confused.
Everyone,
But they loved it nonetheless.
none of them know that song.
They sing along and none of them know the song.
And Jeremiah kind of bows his head. And goes, that's all I got.
Tears to my eyes.
All right, give yourself an action point. That was amazing. You know what, Fred, take an action point too for just being useless.
Drink the water I got here.
He kind of looks at Fred and kind of looks for positive affirmation from his.
Oh man.
Fred looks confused but also excited.
Fred looks disappointed you're so good.
Yeah, he's like, I could never be that good. I could never roll a 21.
I wave Fred on to kind of come over to me for a little,
Yeah, he hesitates, but he comes.
Oh, that was a good laugh, Eddie.
He like Jeremiah kind of like has like a super honest moment with him and just goes just so you know, a lot of these songs I have absolutely no idea what
You
they
think
mean.
that was not the right song at all, but it was better. It was way better. It had all the words,
We're gonna
but they were
rewrite this.
putting way better in a way better synchronization.
Basically, the only words it had in common were death tyrant.
Death to the tyrants. That's really all I had to say. You just had to say it better than, I don't know, some drunken bard in some place saying it.
Jeremiah
Alright.
kind of looks around and goes or he kind of yells out a little bit louder like, I need a drink. Can anybody pass me an ale? Even though he doesn't really speak that loud or that deep, but
Oh my god, if you say that as you're playing an instrument, you'll get like 19 fame.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a metal show?
no, I haven't.
This guy opens the door and he's like, yeah, someone give this guy an ale, and the whole room goes quiet. And you see like a barmaid run you over an ale. Doesn't smell good, doesn't look good, but I guess it's an ale.
Jeremiah kind of looks at it, kind of examines it, and just asks Fred, what is this made out of?
Secret recipe they have here. I think there's eyeballs of bats. The flesh of a goat is important, and then some like yeast and stuff. Yeah.
I look at
Hobbits. No, it's not hobbits. It's hops. Yeah.
I
Barley.
look at Fred and go, will it give me a buzz?
Oh, he's like, oh yeah. Oh, it'll give you a buzz.
Jeremiah just
It'll give you a buzz, all right.
Assuming by buzz you mean drunk, right? That's a strange word to say, but I assume that's what you meant. Yeah, gotcha.
Sorry, that's a slang term where I'm from. That means kind of a starting to feel good, if you will.
Oh yeah, it'll make you feel real good.
Jeremiah kind of looks at it and just starts drinking it.
So
Bring
this
it
guy
to the cleric
comes
for
to the door,
anti-poisoning.
clearly a half-orc. And at this point, Krim and Takara stand up, and there are a few other people that stand up in what appears to be like a respectful manner. Oh, okay, you stand up as well.
I'll stand up too from like.
And he's like, "Oh, what did I tell you guys? You don't need to stand up for me. Come on, I'm just like the rest of you. I put my pants on one leg at a time." And they're like, "Oh yeah, the one pants leg at a time thing. That's a great one." And he's like, "Oh, seriously, guys."
The warrior is a better bard than the bard.
So he comes over here and he talks to Tima for a bit, and then she points at you guys over here. Oh, sorry. Let me get this off of the map for you guys. She points over here, and he goes and proceeds to sit. And people get out of the way so he can sit with you. It's a little crowded, so I'll put him up here. But he's sitting in the middle of you guys. Actually, you know what? He's gonna go. You know what? Let's make this interesting. He's gonna go over here to the guy that's being exceedingly rude, and he's like, "I think you're done with your meal." And he's like, "I ain't done with." Oh shit. He's like, "Yeah, what? What do you want? What do you want, Jack?" And he's like, "I'd like to sit here if you don't mind." And he's like, "All right, fuck. I was having a great conversation." He's like, "Get up," and he gets up and sits over here at this table, and he sits down, and he's like, "My apologies for him. He's kind of not, a nuisance, but he means well when he's sober." That
He's
makes any
barely even
difference.
noticeable, to be honest with you.
Well, he's like, noticing by the chunks of meat on your guys' clothes. I find that hard to believe, but yes, and he seems very proper and well spoken, and he's like, he's like, "Takara, Krim, Tima said that this man helped you get in here," and she's like, "Yes," and then them too, and she points to the rest of them, and he's like, "Go ahead."
I, along with my companions, assisted them, yes.
He's like, "Well, bring him over." He's like, "You guys clear the table." and and they clear the table and sit over there, sit elsewhere, and then you guys are kind of waved over by Sir Jake. Johnny goes back to sitting over here.
As I get up, I would say to her, "Excuse me,"
Oh, of course.
because
Very proper.
we were talking when.
Oh yeah, I guess I should roleplay. I look at Fred and I go, "Pardon me. I hope we can do this again soon."
Yeah, the sooner the better. I mean, I'm in a buttload. He's like thinking that half of the donations are for him when they're not. Like, clearly they were paying you. Like, okay, so give me a percentage roll.
Where do I go to easily access that?
If you go to the left toolbar on the top there, there's a
It looks like
second
a
from
dice.
the bottom dice. You can just click if you don't want to type it in. You can go there.
And then it says D100.
Wait, where's the dice? Where?
So-
Okay,
on the
so you know the thing
left
that looks
of
like
roll
a pointer,
20.
a paintbrush. magnifying
Whoops.
glass.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, duh. What do I roll again?
D100.
D100.
Okay.
That's super accurate.
All right, you gain 93. No, I'm sorry. You gain 93 plints.
Nibs. 93 plint?
That's the equivalent of gold, by the way. You're fucking ridiculous.
Just for me, or do I give any to Fred? Because
Yeah, he's gonna try and take half of that.
all right. Well, I look at Fred and I give him.
Yeah, I don't know. Nah, you know what? I feel like it would have been quips, but it's too late now. I already said it. Go ahead.
No, you're the GM.
Like it just
Yeah,
happened.
I mean, you can say whatever you
Yeah,
want.
I feel like it would have been like these guys aren't that rich. I think that was being too generous. I apologize. So it would be quips,
All right, cool.
and then 93 of
Just want
those.
to make sure. I have it right in my inventory here.
Yeah.
I look at Fred and I don't know. I give him like. I throw him like. Fuck. Of course, fucking Jeremiah's all nice, so he.
You can always roll like a dice roll, like wisdom or something, to help you make your decisions. I do it sometimes.
What would I roll then at that point?
I mean, just like how generous, like maybe you don't know how generous you're feeling, so you just make a roll, and you know.
What die would you roll then?
Usually
roll
wisdom.
roll 5 die 10, and that's how much of the gold.
Roll 1d 100.
Yeah, it's minimum. It's a
Just
minimum
kidding.
5. You'll give a minimum 5.
So roll 10 or 5d10, and total is what I give him, or just the lowest?
Yep. There you go.
I mean, if you want, like,
Go,
or you
go.
could just come up with a number. It's totally up to you. Like, he's not going to argue with you.
4 die
If he
10,
knows
3
you
die 10.
earned it, he's just going to try.
All right, I'm just gonna roll 3 die 10.
All right.
18.
18.
18.
So, so 93 minus 18, that's how much you get.
So I look at Fred and I pass him 18 quip, and I go, I believe this is for you.
He's like, oh, this is the most money I've made in one night in my entire life. So you get 75. I know you already know the math,
Thank
but
you, master.
write that on your character sheet because I'm not going to remember it. That's one
Yeah,
one
I
rule of my
just- I just-
campaigns. Anything I give you,
75.
magic item, anything, you write it down. I'm not going to. It's not my not my priority to memorize it or remember what I gave
I
you.
got
so.
it all in my good old items. So,
All right, so
and then I kind of look at him and I say, I hope you can do this again soon.
he's like,
Yada.
yes. And Johnny goes back and sits down, and she's and you go join them at the table, and he's like, so, Takara, I'm glad to see your child is doing well. To make it through these lands with a baby is miraculous, and he says, I cannot apologize enough for not being able to send you troops. We have literally 14 simultaneous missions going on at once, and I could not spare the troops. I'm glad you could make it from your town here, and I'm extremely thankful for these gentlemen around you who escorted you. He's like, the protectors owe you a debt, because it is our job, if you don't know, it is our job to protect those who cannot protect themselves, hence the name Protectors, and you guys did just that. You guys would all make fine protectors. He speaks very well for a half-orc, probably the best spoken half-orc you've ever seen, even in the realm of light. And he's like, if there's anything I can do for you guys, you name it, and I'll do it if it's within my means. But first, we need to make sure Krim and Takara here have a place, a home, and a warm bed for their beautiful child here. And he's like, I've went ahead and preserved some goat's milk for your child there. I know it's not the best, but it's what we've got. And she's like, and they talk about stuff that we don't need to talk about in role playing, and about feeding the baby. And he's like, so you've got a home here. And he's like, the rest of you guys, you have a place here. As far as I'm concerned, and I will fight for you. Is there anything I can do for you?
Well,
Takes a sip
in
of
the
his
immediate
drink.
future, I could use a room and a place to clean myself.
And he's like,
So
is there
I
something wrong with your hair there, sir? It seems to be changing colors. Your hair,
I
like,
look at-
visibly has changed color in the past few seconds.
I look at it. I look at my beard.
It's the hair on your head, not your beard.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. I'm sorry. I have to.
Your hair's long enough.
No, it's
see it.
Yeah. So it's turned from blonde to dark brown a little.
Nope. Everything. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just making sure you're all right. Nonetheless, yeah. Is there anything I can do for you guys?
Jonah, why is your hair changing color?
Silence.
I do not answer.
He's like, well, perhaps that's a conversation for another time. On to more important things. But who are you guys? Where do you hail from? I don't believe I've seen any of your faces around here before.
Well,
Jeremiah.
we've only been. Oh, no, you go ahead.
No, please, Dain. No, please.
Oh, no, please, go ahead. No.
No,
You're so proper.
you spoke first. You go for it.
Well, to be honest, we've only been in the area for a couple of weeks now. We're, gonna be straight with you. If I told you where we were from, you wouldn't believe me.
Out of game, you've been here for, like, more than a couple weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought you said we've been
I
here
did-
for a couple weeks. I apologize. Go ahead.
When I said we've only been here for a couple of weeks, I meant the immediate area.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so you, yeah, he's like, okay, continue.
Well, if we were outside, could we see the giant-ass wall from here?
Not from this city, no. You would need to be close to the mountains. It's like, the earth bends, so it's way miles and miles away, so.
I get you.
Well,
Well,
it's not the earth, but you get what I'm saying, yeah.
I have to talk loud for the voice, but yeah, he lowers his volume. And he's like, you know the giant wall of wind to the west?
Yes, I'm very familiar with it.
We're from the other side.
That is correct.
He kind of straightens
told
up his
you.
posture a little bit, and his eyes widen a little bit, but then he goes back to normal.
Well,
You can
wouldn't believe us.
you can tell that he probably doesn't get caught off guard a lot, but you caught him off guard. And he's like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Well, that's a story I haven't heard before. You seem like you're speaking the truth, though. That might explain some things." But how is that even possible? People get
This
torn
guy's-
apart
I'm
when
so
they.
honest.
Yeah. I mean, he seems pretty genuine. You guys can roll insights all you want. I mean, if you want, like, without me telling you to, by all means. But he's like, yeah, people get torn apart when they try to, when they get too close to those winds. To cross them seems like an impossibility. Please help me understand how one can cross this rift.
We found a tunnel.
Seems very sincere to both of you guys.
We found a tunnel.
A tunnel.
He's not wrong. Small thing. Probably
Took us 3 days
unnoticeable.
to cross it.
He's like, perhaps maybe this isn't the best place to talk about this. Maybe we need a more
Probably not.
private establishment. He's like, would you guys be comfortable meeting me in my office in the headquarters? We could have privacy
Probably have
there.
an office.
Well, of course, yes. I am the leader of the protectors, so I'm entitled to such
Slowly
things.
changes the seems like a leader note to is in fact the leader.
Do we have time to change and freshen up before we go over
Of
there?
course. How about tomorrow morning? You guys get your things together. Of course, I will find you a place to stay, free of charge. You are our guests.
Rogrum is always clean.
For taking care of Takara and Krim here, they're very important to me. You
Why?
are honored guests.
Why? Ooh.
They are dear friends of mine. Dear friends of mine and dear friends of my late wife, or late bonded. Sorry.
He's secretly from the realm of light too.
They seem to react to that when he says late bonded, like they're kind of saddened by it, like just the physical emotions on their face.
So Jake, we'll need to discuss matters. One is our protection and lodging and things like that. Another part of the reason we're here, I wouldn't want you to come mishanded to the meeting. Part of the reason we're here is to set up some communication and learn a bit about this land so that we can take it back to ours. So hopefully, I don't know if you have a map or something that we might be able to provide, and maybe a list of potential.
Well, you've spoken to the right man. Us protectors have well-detailed maps, and they're probably the most current of all of the factions here of the lands, because we're the ones who go out and protect those who can't protect themselves. So, of course, I can get you detailed maps. That's easy.
And you'll have to forgive us. While the place we come from is similar, many things about your environment and weather and your people are very foreign to us. So I do apologize for any misgivings we show.
Misgivings, of course not. Again, you are an honored guest, and you have done nothing to feel sorry about. I'm at your service.
Well, that is a relief. I appreciate that.
You guys
And
have
I look
noticed
forward-
Tamundo, not to interrupt, but Tamundo is nowhere to be seen.
I noticed that, by the way. I noticed
yeah.
he wasn't here.
He pissed off.
Yeah, with your sword.
That's fine.
That's fun.
He's gonna pawn it.
I look at Sir Jake and I go, we also lost a friend from the realm of light that we're from. He goes by the name Jenkins.
Old man Jenkins.
Old man Jenkins. I don't happen to have any being by that name or any newcomers that you might recall that go by that name.
Unfortunately, I don't know, but
Dead in a ditch somewhere.
I don't necessarily get all of the names that come through here. I do have people who would probably be better to ask. Some people within the protectors themselves, maybe who have run across them. I'll be sure to run that name by everyone.
Are we meeting with just you tomorrow, or are we meeting with others as well.
Of course, I wouldn't want to prude upon your privacy here. This is between you guys, and myself, and no one else, unless you wish it to be.
Well, I didn't know
Otherwise.
if you were the de facto leader and the only leader, or if there was some kind of
Well,
hierarchy.
there are other leaders, but I am the head honcho, if you will.
So you're able to field any questions we might have.
Well, I don't want to use the word out of game. I don't want to use the word democracy, but we don't make single decisions by ourselves. The leadership does discuss, but of certain matters of privacy, I have leeway. If that is your concern.
Well, I might have a question or two that's magical in nature, and I don't know what your extent of knowledge is with that.
I have some knowledge of it.
Okay.
But I'm also friends with some of the other leaders who are more comprehensive in such arts. If I need to inquiry with them, assuming you're okay with that.
We're in your world.
Yes,
I'm just a squirrel in your world, bruh.
Yes, a squirrel that has done a lot. Who's gathered many nuts. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that.
Nor do I.
But he's like, yes, but please enjoy yourselves. Food and drink is on me tonight. Have a merry time. If this gentleman behind me gets on your nerves, please tell Tima, and she will take care of him. She is quite capable, I assure you. But I have some other matters to attend to. If you don't mind me, I would also like to escort Krim and Takara to their places of residence. It has been a pleasure to meet all of you.
I will
Indeed.
extend my hand to him. I just want to see.
He doesn't quite understand what you're doing, but he reaches out as like he kind of gathers that that's how you show affection or respect. So he like grabs it, but he doesn't shake it. You shake it up and down, and then he kind of follows the motion. Yeah.
Well,
He's like, oh, I see. This must be how you guys show respect from where you're from. Oh, this is interesting. He's like, yes, I apologize.
It's called a handshake.
Yes, and he grabs it harder, probably a little bit harder than he should, but it gives you a really nice, firm handshake. You can tell the guy is fucking strong.
Jacked.
And he goes and proceeds to shake all of your guys' hands very firmly. And he says, just to show how we show respect in our realm, he gives like this, he twiddles his hand and puts it on his chest and gives like a little bow to each of you, and he says, in the morning then, any time that you are available, of course. Sleep in, have a good night, drink until you black out for all I care. He laughs, and he's like, have a great night.
I put it on my hand and I put it on my chest and take it back.
Yeah, I do the same.
All right, and he takes his leave, unless you guys have other questions for him, and so do Krim and Takara. Oh,
Nope.
wrong.
No, I don't have any questions for him. Right now, I don't.
Nicholas
Probably
was
the most
like,
intelligent and well held
Mannered.
person you've met. Yeah, very unexpected.
So
Probably.
I'm like, gentlemen, I think we should go ahead and figure out what we're going to talk about with him tomorrow, so we don't go in with the appearance of not being ready. So what are we going to talk about with him tomorrow?
Well, I think we try to learn what sort of governs this land. I mean, if I was coming into the realm of light, I'd describe how the realm of light operates, and then some of the other major cities, how they operate as city-states, but that are all sort of under the command of the realm of light, or all yield to them with a few.
Finally, I thought I would never give up a seat. Gosh, what's going on, guys? Oh, man. Oh, it's still warm. He's like, so what you guys talking about? Totally interrupts you. I apologize, Michael, but he's kind of a dick.
No, you're fine.
Nothing.
So,
Okay, excuse me. Excuse me for a
Hmm.
second.
It's like, what? What are you talking? What makes you so special? You talking to the big boss guy, huh?
I got
What makes you so special?
I go talk to Tema.
I'm gonna tell on you.
I'm not in the mood for this. Like Tema, could you
Yeah, I'm
His
on it.
personality is as good as my art level.
I will
She
say, I was like, this is
over the
public
counter
event.
onto the table
okay,
here.
Good. I don't have to say anything.
Stands up, and she's like large size when she stands up full on the table, and he's like, "Oh shit." He's like, what? Tim, I was just making conversation. It's not. She's like, get the fuck out of my tavern. And he's like, come on, I was just having some fun. They're newbies here. Come on. And she's like, get the fuck out of my tavern.
I look at
He's like,
Tema.
fine.
I look at Tema before he leaves though, and I said, if you don't mind, I think I have an idea. And I'm gonna.
By all means.
He left his eye.
No.
Whoa!
I was gonna use, if he's still there, I was gonna use vicious
sure.
mockery and like.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. Start a fight. Yeah, just to start a fight.
I use vicious mockery.
I don't remember spells like Michael does, so you're gonna have to.
So what do
remind me.
what do you say? Or what do you do?
I'm gonna I don't know, like, do you project voices? I guess I don't know. There's like
No, so it's like
Make
it's like
sure
a
I'm
visual.
not between him
It's
and
like a visual
Jeremiah.
or a somatic thing that you would do to insult someone.
So
like
you could just
him
click
knowing-
on it,
like him knowing
and it
that
will
I'm doing
cast
it?
the spell.
It
Yeah, I
doesn't
think-
it doesn't make any difference. Remember how I said that guy just gave somebody the middle finger a minute?
Yeah, so
Oh,
can I literally just like have the table behind us start like just berating this guy and like knowing like
Well, it comes from you, so the insults come from you.
There you go.
Okay.
You have to turn a description on the spell for it to show the description. So you'll need to string an insult slace it. Well, you can read it, but like, yeah. So that's what it does.
Oh, it's
You
a
have to
psychic
ins-
damage.
You have to insult the person.
okay, but it has to be coming from me. Like, it can't just be like somebody else mocking them. Like,
Well, that just consider that the verbal component for the spell, like, is the mockery itself.
yeah.
So the spells have certain components like
Other people
verbal,
may join
somatic.
in with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I kind of feel mean doing this now. I thought I could do this for. I
Just
thought
do it,
somebody
your
else
mama
could-
joke.
What? You got something to say, board?
So Jeremiah looks at him and.
Yo, mama's
I-
so fat.
I can make it easy for you if you want. You got something to say, Bard? You think you're a tough guy?
Can I look at him and I go, I'm gonna use like a different voice, of course, because I'm mocking him, and I'm like, "You're a weak lizard folk. You're an insecure, real stupid ass lizard. You don't know what you're doing. You come in here and you try to insult everybody, and you try to be all
Yeah.
intimidating and shit. And you
Yeah.
know what you are? You just need to find your place, okay? You never know what somebody's going through. You never know what anybody's doing.
You're so soft-spoken, and then you just start chucking this
Is
chat.
this mocking or giving him life advice?
Oh, jeez.
Of course, Jeremiah has
jeez,
to throw a
Rick.
little life advice in. And
It's like-
you're a big lizard fool, and you gotta better learn your place around these parts.
He's like, he just looks at you and he's like, ow, damn, dude, that's harsh.
Man, I'm just kidding, man.
Ah,
And he takes
fuck.
1d4 points of damage.
Ow, ow, my
The
pride.
Tolkien says as much.
He just makes his way out. Thanks for the drawing, whoever drew that.
You're welcome.
So, like, yeah, like,
okay, lizard
she's-
goes over there. Draw badly.
you get a little look of respect from Tima, like, well handled, and then she jumps back over.
Sorry for the distraction, friends. I do agree that we should.
back to normal.
I like when surprised Jeremiah. And be like,
Yes, I would just stare at him like.
"Sure,
At
I've like-
first, it started off so well, and then it turned into like a nagging mother.
I'd be like, Jeremiah, did you Did you just cast a spell on him?
Jeremiah kind of like smirks and just goes, I don't always like doing that, but he was rather bored, if you will.
As I like burst out in laughter, I honestly, I did not know you had that in you, Jeremiah. You're always
I didn't think he could talk like that.
You're always so. What's the word? Proper, I guess. Like me.
Well,
Quiet.
while I am proper, I do like winning arguments and
Oh, it is. It is. It is. It feels luxurious, doesn't it?
Agreed.
Yes.
Anyways, back to our plans. I do think we need to get more information about how this realm operates. And
Oh, I remember when I beat Jacob Temsworth for the lead of the Devil King and I.
Jeremiah looks at Nathaniel and goes, Nathaniel, what?
Oh yes, business, yes.
I also think that we should inquire about Old Man Jenkins. After all, he is the individual that we lost from the Realm of Light, even though we don't know him. I think that's also...
Well, that is one of the purposes we came here for, but...
Yes.
Oh, and perhaps Tiamundo, if he's still missing, as I put up air quotes.
All things considered, I have a pretty good idea of where Old Man Jenkins could be.
What was
I
that?
think it behooves us to find Tiamundo as well, because he's...
Tiamundo said that he, Johan, Johanna, said, when Old Man Jenkins and our local friend here, came in contact, he was in jail at the time when he tricked him into, bashed his head in and forced him to drink a potion. So, if they did switch places, Old Man Jenkins is probably in the same prison.
We might want to get more information on the potion as well. See if
Yes, that's the potion as well, but I think finding Tiamundo might be important
Jeremiah.
if we want to get Old Man Jenkins back.
Jeremiah kind of looks around and goes, "Oh, I didn't even realize Tiamundo had left." Yes, I do think that.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should. Yes, we should.
He
We should leave.
kind of split when we walked in.
I have a great feeling that if he doesn't want to be found, he will not be found by us anyway. So
We could ask the protectors to find him.
they could. Apparently, they owe us. It's a good way to start a relationship.
But, considering they're so willing to talk right now, I think
Yes.
it would also be a good idea to try to get them to test. He pats his bag. What we're here to talk about.
Yes, I agree. I think at this point we have the advantage because apparently they owe us. So,
As he says.
and he has declared himself the de facto leader in some form or fashion. So,
Quite.
yes. Anyway, gentlemen, I got some stuff I need to take care of. I will see you in the morning.
Yes, I need
Very
to be.
well done.
Are we-
I'm the only one
are
who's
we
been
going
able to stay clean this whole time.
Oh,
Well, it's been
I
raining for
intend-
6 weeks.
yes, I intend to clean up.
I
Agreed.
haven't.
Are we just
Think that now.
putting Tiamundo off on the wayside here, or what is our plan?
Tiamundo's not. He's not. I guess he's on the current back burner, but if he's ditched us for one reason or another, he may just not want to be over here in the protectors area. But if he's ditched us, then you and I are not going to be able to find him in a city that we've never been to. And I don't know if they all look alike or not. I don't know what race he is, but they might all look alike. Yeah, we don't know.
This is concerning. I think he's still
Well-
a great asset.
As this is, if we've all come to an understanding, then shall we separate for the evening and reconvene later?
Yes, I have some stuff I need to attend to quickly. So
Of course.
I go up to Tema and I go, I say, I don't exactly know where Sir Jake went off to, but we seem to have misplaced our our friend. I don't know if you saw him as he came in, but his name's Tiamundo, and he has kind of been our guide through.
Oh yeah, the one guy you came in here with. Yeah, he kind of snuck off when you guys were all engaged in that song. When everybody was engaged in that song.
If we do still need. I don't. He's been a little shaky, if you will, and we don't really know his true intentions. If you could pass the word along to keep an eye out for him, and if he is found, to have him meet us in the morning.
Sure, I can do that for you.
And Jeremiah kind of takes a bow and just out of curiosity goes, "What are those? Are those things on your legs? Are those natural or are those artificial?"
Are those natural?
No, they were given to me by my mother. She's a woman of the forest. It's kind of a long story.
Long story.
Jeremiah goes, "Well, I'm kind of curious. Are you, what race are you, and what purpose do they
My
have?"
mother is a wood elf. She's a master craftsman of various sorts, and my father is an inventor. So the two minds put together came up with various things. This was one of them. This was my favorite of them, and it was a gift. And yeah, it helps me get around a little quicker, helps me jump a little higher, and it makes me a little taller amongst these people who think they
Able
can
to
pick on
kick
the
a
little people.
person's ribs through their back.
No,
Very well. Jeremiah kind of bows and says, "My apologies."
that's the short story. She says there's more to it
My-
than that, obviously.
My apologies for my ignorance. It was just spiked my curiosity.
It's not
thank you
ignorance; it's
again.
curiosity. You're allowed to be curious.
Jeremiah.
Oh
kind
my.
of- Jeremiah.
She's like, "Did you get enough to eat, young man?"
Jeremiah kind of looked at her and said, "Well, I was actually singing the majority of the time. I actually don't. I didn't end up having a chance to."
Well, I can't have you leaving here hungry. What do you want to eat?
Remind me what you have again.
She's like, we got. Basically, it's a like a type of fish. It looks like a small animal. She says it's like a fox of some sort. And then they've got like your basic like horse meat, like venison type deal, and like goat meat, and then like your breads. And the breads don't look very appetizing. They look kind of old and moldy, but.
Jeremiah kind of looks and says, "Well, I haven't had fish in a while. If it's not too much trouble, I'll take some fish to
Oh,
go."
damn, everybody's ordering the most expensive thing on the menu.
Jeremiah kind of looks at her and goes, "I apologize if it's."
She's like, "Ah, no, it's fine. I'll get paid. Don't worry about it."
Yeah, it gets paid. I don't know why she's bitching.
Yeah, she should be celebrating now that I think about it. So she makes it for you, chops it up, and like basically rips the spine out of this fish like a pro, and it's pretty, the art of preparing a fish is very brutal to me and disgusting. It makes me want to throw up. But
Really?
yeah, like ripping the spine out of a fish, like that's just makes me want to throw up. But anyways, that's
You
just me.
fillet it. Just fillet
Once
it.
again, the chef in me is disagreeing with you.
Yeah. So boiled goose. Yeah, there you go. Bob the merchant says boiled goose. But she does that, prepares it for you. Cooks it up for you. Well, let's just say that one's already cooking, so that you're not waiting so much. And she serves it to you, and she's like, "Yeah, you can take that to go if you want. Of course, no charge."
Thank you.
Have a good night, guys. Stay out of trouble. This city's full of. You guys don't seem to be from around here. I'd be wary of the folk. Some are good, some are bad. Looks can be deceiving.
Like every other city.
Summer, beholder. Wait, what?
Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Jeremiah asks if you can also have 2 or 3 more ales to go.
She's like, "Oh yeah, you want the growler? I see. All right." She can make that happen. There's no laws against that. Not in this world. So yeah, she prepares you like a nice little tankard of it. It's pretty heavy, but you manage.
Jeremiah grabs it and starts eating his fish and kind of bows and. Thank you very much.
Eating and drinking on the go. The first McDonald's is established.
to move over towards where we came in from.
Yeah. So she waves to all of you guys, and she actually winks at you, Jonah. Whatever that means.
If she looks at Jonah, Jonah doesn't pay attention because he's staring in the mirror while he's hurrying out of here.
Okay. Well, then I
He's
guess
like,
you don't see it.
She's like, I respect the man who tattles on another person.
Oh no, that's not why. That is not even close to the reason why she winks at you.
You got facial hair, bro.
Hold on. I catch a glimpse of it, and I roll.
Well, give me perception to see if you get a glimpse of this, because
perception.
it's not something she's making well known. Or maybe she is.
You see it, but have no clue why.
Yeah, you see her wink at your fellow mate there, Jonah. Whatever that means.
He's oblivious.
It would have had to been. It would have had to been before your conversation with her because he booked it out there first. But yeah.
And that's all I know is that I just see her winking at him. That's it.
Yeah, she just winks. She's like, "Bye, guys," and she winks at him, and then she has her conversation with you.
All right.
All right.
I'll tell Jonah. Later date. Later time.
Is there anything you guys want to do at night before you go to bed? We'll take a little break here once you guys go to bed, but I want to kind of have the bed be the break. So, is there anything you guys want to do before you go to bed?
I'm going to bathe. I assume there's something to bathe in, and then I have clothing that's like very expensive clothing. I'm wearing that. I'm not walking around here and all looking like a piece of crap.
So you go to your room and you notice there's no place to bathe, and then you ask around, and there's several bathing locations where multiple people bathe at the same time.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. So there are just like people and creatures bathing in this like pond, these like little tiny ponds throughout the city, together.
It is.
It's night, so it's not as crowded, but yeah, it's totally a thing, and nobody looks at you awkwardly, and it's just like it's normal, and you do your thing.
Very well. That's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. The water here is very viscous. Viscous. Very viscous.
Yeah.
It's not like the water in the realm of light. It's a little darker in tone, and it's more like lava than it is water, as far as like how fluid it is. But you get used to it. It seems to have the same properties, and people are drinking it and stuff. It's not hot like lava or anything like that. It just has the same viscosity as lava. But you get used to it.
Yeah, I would take a little bit of like a stroll around the block, like just getting a feel for it's nothing in particular, but I'm definitely fascinated with the area and just am hungry to see a little more. So
Within the Shadow Realm, do as the Shadow Realmers do, says Bob.
Mm-hmm. I take a quick bathe in the pond, but I also go out to
Cannonball.
I know that the protectors there's like kind of some docks and stuff. I walk out to the water and kind of just sit at the edge of the dock for a little bit and just kind of contemplate.
Yeah, you'll see a guy out there fishing. He's an older fella. He's got like kind of a straw hat. Kind of looks like the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz almost, but not made out of straw.
What species he is, or can I tell what species he is?
I mean, his ears aren't pointy, so as far as you can tell, he's this realm's equivalent to a human.
I kind of not yell, but I kind of
He's on the edge of the dock where you are, where your feet are
okay.
waiting. He's like, I mean, you'd pretty much be sitting next to him. And you could always go to another dock if you want, but
I look at him and I go, my apologies if I'm bothering you.
And he's like, no, you're more than welcome. Have a seat. What's your name there, sir?
My name is Jeremiah. I'm a new traveler.
Jeremiah, that's a strange name.
What is your name?
Jeremiah.
My name's Tamik.
Tamik. It's a pleasure to meet you. If I might ask, what are you fishing for? I'm actually eating some fish right now, but of course I don't know type of fish it is, and I kind of show him my meal that I was prepared.
He's like, I haven't had a bite all day. He's like, well, that looks delicious. He's like, I wish I'd catch me one of them. I'd get a nice chunk of change for that.
I kind of tear off a little piece and kind of give it to him. I said, you look hungry, so by all means, please share this with me.
Oh.
And I kind of give him a little piece.
He's like, oh, thank you so much. And he eats it. And he's like, don't get a lot of generosity around these parts. Tell you what, it's nice to see a friendly face.
I kind of I look at him and I go, it definitely looks like this place is unique. Would you say that there's more bad folk here than good?
Well, in this city, I guess this city would be the exception. But I mean, this city's got its share of bad folk, but it's it's got its share of good folk too, and bad folk. I say just most people, just not, they kind of keep to themselves, not so generous.
Agreed. I kind of look at him and I kind of say, well, I think conversation is a good way to open doors to new things. And I kind of ask him, have you been in Rivers Keep long?
He's like, no, I'm actually not from around these parts.
I ask him, well, whereabouts are you from? I said, pardon my lack of knowledge, but I said I'm not really from around here.
Let's just call it from far away. It's not really a place I'm comfortable talking about right now,
Kind of look at him. I said, fair enough. We all have things that we don't like sharing, and I respect that. I would ask. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but do you have any advice as far as just the day-to-day flow of the city? Anything that we should be aware of or concerned about? I don't want to be caught off guard.
This is not that I can think of, and you kind of get this strange look on. He has a strange look on his face as he kind of leans in and puts his hands on your shoulder and like talks into your ear as he's getting up. He's like reeling in his pole, and he's like, "Be careful what you say out loud." And he kind of stands up and walks away down the dock and leaves you to yourself.
I kind of just say just loud enough for him to hear it. I say thank you, and then just go back to my contemplative looking out into the distance before I end up eventually returning to wherever we are staying.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything? So Michael, you said you were walking around the town.
Yeah, I would take a stroll around, just trying to get a feel for the city.
How far do you?
Maybe just a couple blocks, right? There's some safety to be concerned with.
So you stay within the borders of the protectors.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You notice that there is a temple dedicated to some of the deities. That seems to be near the vicinity. There's a large courtyard with a board that has various requests for jobs that you would see in any town. Help wanted. There's issues here that we need help with. There's money rewards. Blah 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 blah. One of them, as you're walking around, one of them does stand out. It says help wanted with. Sorry, I have to look up the name here. Help wanted with deep ones.
Space Marines.
And Space Marines. No.
Deep
Yeah, it says deep one infestation getting out of hand. Someone needs to put a stop to this. Anybody who's interested will be paid well. It would help alleviate some of the burden of the protectors.
I think to myself, well,
What
those
a
Murlocs
wonderful
are
world. Oh.
those Murlocs are for somebody else to do.
I mean, of course.
Yes.
It's just like a
And,
help wanted board, so.
But I memorized that help wanted board is there.
That seems to be like the biggest one on there that stands out. There's other ones like hags. Hags have been pestering the border, somewhat under control, but could use some help. There's another one in light of
Horn has remained hard longer than 4 hours.
yeah. Need doctor.
Yeah, need doctor.
Need doctor.
Or lusty barmaids presently.
Yeah. Yeah,
Got it.
stuff like that. So.
Yeah. So I memorized that that's there. I don't think anything more of it.
Okay.
Because we're on a mission from God, and I mean a priest.
Yeah. Oh, and there's also a sign that says wanted diplomats from another realm to give lots of money. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm a diplomat.
But yeah, so you go and you look around. Nothing much going on. There are the occasional people outside of their houses. Don't pay much mind. The dock would probably draw the most attention, as there's the most activity probably at the docks at this time, because the boats aren't coming in and out, so people are free to go and fish or do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, I stay out a little late, like just exploring and being in the town and getting that feel. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever traveled to like different countries or whatever, but like I like just being out and like around the people and just sort of picking up what they're doing.
Okay. Well, maybe like later on, if there's a roll, we'll say that you learned something in your travels throughout the city to kind of give you a little bonus or something.
I'm definitely like and he's like an actor, so he's like people watching and trying to pick up on their idiosyncrasies and how sort of people interact in the town. Like, it's an organism, and he's trying to understand it. It's a role. It's an acting role. He's trying.
The nightlife is less busy than the nightlife in a normal city. Like, because in nightlife in normal city, you have people going to the tavern after a hard day of work and they're drinking. Like here, it's like not as much that. More people are inside. There's only a few people out, like maybe lighting the lanterns or something to light up the streets and stuff like that.
Yeah, it might even be more interesting as like he probably stays up very late tonight.
Okay.
And he never goes too far. Maybe, he probably stays in the protector realm. He doesn't want to like get too far. But he'll probably, depending on how far it is, walk the borders of the protectors area.
Yeah, if you're going straight north, it's only a couple blocks to go into the next territory. But that's the way you guys came from, though. So
he probably wouldn't leave the protectors, but just getting the heartbeat of the city. And that's all.
Yeah. So the city has the protectors. That's the impression you get. It's just kind of quiet.
Yeah. Yeah,
anybody else?
He'll peer into things, and if there's shops or homes or anything later.
Yeah, but as you would expect, most of the shops are closed. You peer into them and you see, weapons and items that are, not up to par that you would expect from the Realm of Light.
Yeah, he's just trying to normalize everything.
Yeah. And it just basically, it looks like you're, basically picture like I don't want to say the ghetto, but like the poor district in a normal city, and this is what you've got.
Gotcha. Understood.
Anybody else want to do anything?
Nah, I'm pretty good.
Okay, well, let's take a break as you guys rest for the night. All right, so you guys wake up to not a sunrise because it's still fucking dark outside.
It's a nice moonrise today.
Yeah, well, ish.
When's the next blood moon? Shit.
It's gonna be a few months.
Fuck, get your dog when you go to bed.
Oh, is it Jared?
Yeah, the rotation around the moon works differently in this world, so actually see the world's a little bit there's no physics-based argument I can make here as to why the moon works differently than the way it does in the Realm of Light. Except for the time argument. I'll just revert back to the time argument. Oh yeah, time works differently here. Yeah, plot device. So you guys wake up and there's no roosters. There's no. It's just you wake up when you wake up. And you guys, is there anything you guys want to do when you wake up? I have some idea what some of you guys are doing.
Pray to the shadow gods for safety.
Okay.
Shadow nods.
Like, who the fuck are you?
Yes, the dragon of wrath says, "Okay, you good, bro."
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Nope. Talamondo is currently taking a swim, which is a horrible idea.
Yeah. Swim to safety.
I'm sorry, he gets eaten by a giant ass stingray.
Yeah, no, but I don't think. Well, so this river's a little bit better protected. You could probably safely swim in this water. Anywhere else, making that swim, you'd be dead.
Alright,
That's,
all
like,
ultra
pretty much
bullshit.
the
There's like minnow parada.
Yeah, like I mean, it's supposed to be a safe port, so they try and keep it safe. But anyways,
Try keyword.
yeah, that is a key word. So you guys wake up in. Damn, I need to stop with the ums.
We
You guys
lost
wake
Mike
up.
somewhere.
We lost Michael?
What do you mean we lost Michael?
Wake up, Michael.
You're not in roll 20.
I don't see you in roll 20.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, the page closed out.
Won.
Wonton soup.
Is that a man riding a shrimp?
Oh man, riding a shrimp. Oh man.
So you guys wake up the next day, and is there anything you guys want to do before you go to see Sir Jake?
I would Let me try that again.
Speak English.
I would Why do I keep wanting to say swatch?
Been hanging around me too long. Can't talk right.
I would like to switch
There
out
it
of
is.
my adventuring clothes and into my negotiating outfit.
Oh, all right, nice. Well done.
Oh, I've also
Jared,
done
there is
that.
You, I sent it to you.
Yeah, so you guys notice that some of you look a little different than you did before.
Yep.
Jeremiah goes back to the docks again to see if he can find the individual that he ran into yesterday.
I'm sorry, say that again. I apologize. I was reading something.
No, sorry. Jeremiah goes back to the docks again in the morning, and just to clear his head, and maybe in hopes to find the guy that he was talking to yesterday.
Yeah, the guy is actually is there. Well, the guy isn't there because the docks in the morning are full of boats and stuff, and like there's really no room for someone to fish. That's why he was kind of fishing at night. So there's like the dock's kind of full of people going in, like coming off ships or like taking tickets or whatever. It seems to be pretty busy in the morning. And then there's a guy sitting there. He's like, there's like a pedestal in front of him, and he's got a book open, and he's like, people are writing. He's writing stuff down that people are telling him, and he's asking for people's names, and very busy in the docks.
I go up to this guy who's kind of asking the people's names, and I go, "Excuse me, pardon me. Do you have a moment?"
Name, sir?
I'm sorry. My name's Jeremiah. I'm not traveling anywhere.
Jeremiah. I don't see any Jeremiahs on here.
First name Dixie, last name Norris.
I just I had.
Oh, I got one of those. No, go ahead, sorry.
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, make it quick. I'm very busy. If you can't tell. Seems very
I
impatient with
apologize
you.
for distracting you from your duties. I just wanted to know where what is the primary routing for these ships? Where are they off to, and are these just buyers traveling?
He
in
kind
and
of
out?
sighs and like rubs his head, like, oh gosh. He's like, oh, they take we travel materials in trade through Stockton, Obel, up through all the way to Shang. Of course, Shang's been under attack recently, so there's that backlog, and we go up to some of the northeastern cities that are mining into the mines and trade with them that are being newly established. He's like, is there something else I can help you with? Again, I am really busy. Seems like he's rubbing his head like he's got a headache. And it's like early in the morning, if you will. I guess it still looks like it's dark, but...
Jeremiah kind of looks at him and kind of notices his pain and says, "I'm sorry, I couldn't help but seeing you look to be in a little bit of pain. Is everything okay?"
And he's like, well, this isn't the most stress-free job. And he's like, sir, you have to give me your name. You can't just... I'll be right back. And he's like, sir, come back here. And he like grabs the guy by the shoulder, and he's like, they're like talking and having an exchange. He's raising his hands, and him and the guy come back, and he's like, "What's your name, sir?" And the guy's, he's like, he's like, I didn't quite get that. And he's like, Jenkins. Like, I still didn't get that. He's like, it's Jenkins. And it's like and he's like, Jenkins? And he's like, and he's like, I don't see any Jenkins on here.
Really? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Really?
So I look at the guy that's working, and I said, excuse me, to not be so blunt, we're looking for a man named Jenkins. Excuse me,
You
sir.
say that, and the guy bolts, runs away.
It's only you.
I run after him and shout, "Hey,
Athletics.
old man, how are you running so fucking
You were
fast?"
chasing an old man. Give me athletics.
7, you succeed.
I'm not running an old man. You better roll like a 2, all right?
I just want you to critically fail. Oh! Like the man starts to run and you just trip him and he falls over.
I spray root beer out my nose.
Mm. He's like, oh, my back, my neck. Oh.
And my crack.
I look at him and I'm like, why are you running?
He's like, listen, sir, don't hurt me. I know I'm new here. I'm just trying to make my way. I gotta get on the ship to help load the ship, or I'm gonna get whipped again.
I look at him and I go, I know you're not from around.
First of all, give me an insight.
First of all, before you do anything,
Now that I've already established that this guy could clearly be lying, you gather that he's kind of bullshitting you.
I look at him and I go, does White Hill ring a bell?
He kind of gives you this look of surprise and is quiet, silent.
And
Obviously, we're not from here.
I look at him and I go, your skin is white. I know who you are, and you're not supposed to be here.
As you look at this guy in the face, you realize something. You realize this was the man you were talking to last night.
Man that I was talking to last night.
Yeah, perhaps Jenkins
Fred?
is his last name. Yeah, no, not Fred. The guy you were talking to on the dock last night with the straw hat.
Oh, shit. I look at him and I go, I'm sorry. Did we speak? Did we speak last night? Did we have a conversation?
Kind of looks at you and he's like, "Oh, you're the guy who gave me the food last night." He's like, and the guy who's on the podium, he's like, "Can you guys move it along and make this up somewhere else? You're blocking the flow of traffic here." And he's like, "Yeah, sorry."
No one coming and going.
I kind of help kind of get him back to his feet and move over to like the end of the dock, and I'm like, my sincerest apologies. We're looking for something.
He's like, "Let me get a look at you," and he kind of like, without even asking, just kind of like puts his hand on your face and inspects your face, and he's like, "By the gods, you are from the realm of light."
I look at him and I go,
Far from home.
how do you?
Oh yeah, he would say home. He wouldn't say the realm of light because they don't have the distinguishing. Good point.
I look at him and I go, how do you know about where I'm from? Are you?
That's not important. What's important is how the hell are you here?
No, I think we do need to know that, guys.
Need to know what?
Are you here?
Oh, we're not with him.
Oh!
He went alone.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I look at him and I go,
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
sorry. I go, are you from Whitehill, by chance?
It's like I've been there. Yeah. Worst decision of my life.
I looked at him and I go,
It's like, why are you guys from there too?
I look at him and I go, well, not exactly, but we all we were in Whitehill to accept the job.
Some bastard knocked me over the head, and I woke up and I don't know, my hands looked different, and I didn't feel like myself, and then it wore off, and I was myself again, and I was stuck in this person's indentured service.
I look at him and I go, how did you manage to get in here in the first place?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I came here by foot, and once I came into the city, I was a stranger. I was asking questions. Nobody seemed to help me out. I came here to these protector people. They seemed to be nice, and the next thing I know, I run into this guy, and he knocks me out, and then behind some alleyway. I mean, it's kind of foggy. I'm still trying to remember a lot of it. It's more like I'm still trying to remember a lot of it.
I'm still trying to remember. Yeah. I look at him and I go, were you forced to drink? Do you recall any?
No, I was knocked out, and I woke up, and I was different. Now I'm back to myself.
I look at him and I go, are you known as Old Man Jenkins?
Yeah, I've been called that. Yeah, that's what they called me over in Whitehill. I was amongst the oldest there.
Old Man Jenkins.
I look at him and I go, please, come with me. I do.
If you want to live.
Yeah. I do believe that you are the one that we're looking for. You must come with us.
You're looking for me.
We're here to. I'm with a group of travelers, strong men. We found a way to transcend to the other side, and we're here on a mission. But
this is great news.
We're here to bring you back. So.
You went through the opening too.
Yes, we did. It
Oh my!
I went through too, but I couldn't find my way back. This is great. You know my way back.
Well, I don't necessarily know how difficult the road is going to be ahead for us, but we do have a lot of work to do. So I do suggest coming with us, and we'll help you get back.
Old Man Jenkins.
Yep, that's the picture. Yeah.
All right. So you'll take them back to the group just so we're all kind of together again. I know that Jeremiah's had a lot of singled out time in this session.
Yeah, stealing an indentured servant.
Yeah. But you guys get together, and before you head out to Sir Jike's place, you'll see Jeremiah woke up a little earlier, found this guy, and brings him back to where you guys are staying, and you guys can have this conversation as a group before you head out.
And Nathaniel's over in the arena for some reason.
Yeah, Nathaniel's trying to have.
Yeah, I'm fighting, yo. I'm obviously a fighter.
You die. Make a new
Okay,
character.
You know how to act like a fighter.
I make the red-eyed girl.
It says minimum level 12 to enter, and you enter anyways, and you die.
Well, he was a level 1 and then a level 2, and 1 and 2.
1 and 2 make 12 if you don't add them up and just put them side by side.
Yeah.
So
If you count
all
upwards.
well, whoever wants to do stuff, I think like everybody should just roleplay what they want to do before we all gather back together and move on. So.
Yeah, was there anything else anybody wanted to do before, like in the morning, before you guys head out, and before this happens? I believe I asked that question. I think everybody's doing everything they wanted to do, but if I missed anybody, let me know.
I don't really have anyone to interact with that I want to interact with because
Okay.
we're literally going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly it's just, cleaning up, making myself look as presentable as possible, blah, blah, blah.
Okay,
So
yeah, you...
I,
Go ahead.
did we talk about
Sloan.
my appearance?
Yes, so Nathaniel, Jonah, I think that's it. And Rogrum all look different when you guys see them. They look more Jonah. Actually, Nathaniel in particular. I don't even know if you tell them who you are. I assume you would.
Yeah, I mean, I look like me.
He looks more like one of the Shadow Realms. He's got the whole the purple veins going, the black skin and or dark skin, and the
It is as if Nathaniel
yeah.
is from the Shadow Realm.
Yeah. And Jonah has got a braided beard, and his hair is darker now, and his clothes over top of his chainmail, it looks more elegant and higher priced, if you will. And
Method acting much?
yeah. And then Rogrum, I know you
Oh,
changed some things about you. I don't.
I stood out entirely too much to move as I wanted to.
Wait,
About this-
you're
about
changing
this.
things about my character?
Oh no, I thought you said you were. I apologize. You didn't.
No,
change anything.
I'm just putting on better clothes.
Oh, so he just is wearing better clothes. I apologize. I
Yeah, this whole
interpreted what you
time
said.
he's been in like more durable clothing and leather, but now he's
Gotcha.
in like lawyer attire.
Gotcha. So he looks more presentable as a diplomat. Like he looks more diplomatic, I guess, lawyerish.
How do you make yourself look like that, Nathaniel?
Tie and suit.
Magic
Oh, kidding. Also.
and my skills with the acting kit.
Okay.
Same way that I was able to assist. Well, not same way, but even doubly as effective as how I was able to help Jeremiah appear as a
Oh yeah, I remember that. Never mind. Go.
as a tiefling.
You guys notice that he's like
very
he's,
convincing.
yeah, he's not putting on like he's putting it on like oh it's just a disguise, but it looks way more convincing than he is putting it on as. It looks like
Well, he
he's
said
actually
magic.
from. Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
yeah,
like he's
totally.
like oh it's just a disguise.
I'd like to insight check him.
Sure, go ahead. I'll never deny an insight check ever.
And
It seems like he's just cast a
20.
spell, and you get the.
okay.
So it seems like he's still same answer. It seems like he's cast a spell, and he
So
feels
he's
very
being
confident in his spell. Yeah, as far as you know, he thinks he's being honest.
That's a lot of words.
It is a lot of words.
We've seen this already. Some of our group casting spells that look like tieflings. I've seen that already. So I mean, it's
Jeremiah kind of looks around and just kind of like looks at his shoulders, kind of wipes.
I'm
off
inciting everyone all the time, no matter what they say.
Jeremiah kind of just wipes some dust off his jacket and just kind of goes,
Passive insight 16.
"This is all I have."
well.
But I kind of look at the group and I go, friends, let me introduce you to a long lost individual that we've been looking for. And I kind of extend my right hand and point towards old man Jenkins. I believe I found what we're looking for.
Who are these guys?
I look at him and I go, "This old man Jenkins. These are my people, my friends, my colleagues. These are the ones that transcended me to the other side with me." And
No, literally, who are they? I can't see them.
Yeah, his token's not
Can you
here.
stand a little closer?
So this is old man. How did you find old man Jenkins?
And you know what? The fucking guy's blind as shit. How the hell did he get it? There's so many questions.
Fucking
I imagine.
Mr. Magoo over here, Jesus.
Yeah.
I look at Jonah and I said, I traveled to the docks to clear my head, and I was talking to an individual who was working there, and I heard the name Jenkins. He tried to run away from me, but I tried to.
Your name's covering my head.
Is he talking?
So blind luck.
He will clarify that he has vague memory of how he got here. He's like, I came here, I couldn't find a way back, and next thing I know, I'm in the city, and then I got conked over the head, and I look different. So he remembers like parts that he probably shouldn't remember, but the parts he should remember, he doesn't remember. It's very, very, and insights are probably flying everywhere at this point. But I'll just go ahead and tell you guys that he seems sincere. I'll give you the one freebie insight. He does seem like he is just an old senile man.
But he
Dude,
does seem
old,
like,
yeah.
but he does seem like he definitely is Old Man Jenkins, the individual that was swatted.
What are these strange
Yes, he
dragons
looks
made
just
of
like the
metal?
guy that what's his face look like.
Mr.
Tiamondo looked like before he. Yeah.
Speaking of Tiamondo, has anybody seen Tiamondo?
I haven't looked for him.
I've not looked for.
He appears to be standing
Is that
on
the guy who
projector
knocked me
side.
out? He's here.
Yeah,
He's
well,
like looking around.
No.
He is
He's
here,
He is not here right now.
not physically, but he is with our group. Yes, he's been guiding us.
We
through.
forced him to come along.
We did. Yes.
Unless you're Tiamondo again.
Dun dun dun. Oh, no.
Shoots him with the crossbow.
Now that would be interesting. Tiamondo played a joke or something.
So we go to speak with Sir Jack.
I
As
wish
long
I
as he
thought
doesn't have a really nice short sword.
that. He does not.
Examines old man
He
Jenkins.
has a fishing. Well, he doesn't have his fishing pole on him because he can't fish right now. But he had a decent looking fishing pole.
Listen, old man Jenkins. Where are you staying?
I just sleep in the streets. I took over the role of the person who took me because I look like them. I was forced to
Are they-
do their
do you
job. I was
you
some
remember-
sort of slave, indentured servant or something. I must
Are
have
they
done.
from-
This Tiamondo must have done something bad.
Is this individual from River's Keep or somewhere else? Did you travel to get here? Or?
I don't know.
You don't know. So you've been here. I understand he's old. You've been here. You've been
I don't
here
know the
whole-
story of the man who knocked me out. Knocked me out
Okay.
and woke up as him,
Right.
and I was forced to do his chores
But
because I
you've
look
been
like him.
here the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that answers that. Did you escape? Is somebody looking for you at the present moment?
Well, no, I look like my normal self now, so they kind of gave me a little leeway, but they didn't have anybody else to take his position, so I still had to do his work.
Are we taking? You understand? One of the things we had to do here was bring you back home. Assuming that is what you want.
Yeah, that's
correct?
why I followed Jarma here. What's your name again, son?
The name's Jeremiah.
Jeremiah here.
We have something else we have to do first. So, not to be.
Ah, shit.
Well, you're not invited to that. So, where can you stay that's safe?
Just tell him to stay in our place for the meanwhile.
Yeah, put him in one of the rooms we were given.
Yeah.
Old Man Jenkins.
Jenkins, does it sound like a good idea for you to get an actual bed?
Oh, that would be great.
Yes.
My back hurts.
He can stay in my bed. That's fine.
Just don't wander off. We got lucky and found you this
as long
time.
as
I
it's
don't know if
safe
we're
in
lucky
there.
again.
I mean, it's as safe as we sleep there, so
It's as safe
We
as
slept in it and we're still alive.
it's as safe as we'll get.
Lead the way.
So
Lead the way, young man.
Jenkins,
Man.
here's the key, and I sort of take Jenkins by the arm.
It breaks?
You know, like
I'm kidding.
yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, like under the arm. You know, like helping an old lady cross the street. And
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly
walk
very
with
old.
him.
I mean, he's
And
like
I
65,
walk
which
with
is
him.
super old for a human
Yeah.
back in the day, I guess.
How did this man get papers to get into White?
These are all excellent questions. Old Man Jenkins is is one of the more intriguing characters that I've written up, as much as it doesn't sound like it.
Jared, never tell me the odds.
I just told you what you
just
needed
told
to
me the
know.
odds.
I just told you what you needed to know. All right.
All right.
We drop him off and go meet Sir Dyke. Wait, what's his name?
Jake.
Jake. Sir Jake.
He gets it all the time. No, he doesn't. Actually, that's extremely insulting in the roll initiative.
We go see Sir.
Yeah. So you guys go to the place right here. I can't see the frickin' map. No, that's not it. It's right here. Oh no, it's right here. I'm sorry. Way down here. at
Right,
the bottom.
yeah.
Right, yeah. Right there. See? See it?
Yeah, I see him. Yeah.
Right here. And as you guys go into the yeah, I keep saying and it's driving me nuts.
Shit.
Damn, it's.
I'm so sick of saying anyways.
Literally says it again.
Anyways.
Well, if you guys all say it, then it looks like it's a joke and it's not as bad, right?
It is a joke. Anyways. Anyway,
Anyway.
So,
where were we?
filling up space with You guys head south to the little building there,
Uh-huh.
and as you guys enter, you guys are in.
Calm down, Jared. Just breathe.
Don't worry about
what you're gonna say.
Yeah, it's all right. We're not going anywhere, buddy.
It was feedback I got on one of my
Um.
videos once, and I'm trying
You
to.
say
do better.
one more time, I'm fucking out.
All right. Get out of here.
He fucking leaves. Like, I'm out of here.
Bob the Merchant says, by the way. Welcome,
Anyways,
back. So, now that we wasted a bunch of time, one bunch of people's time, and everybody's left, you guys go south to this big encampment, and it's whoa, my chair. Basically, a big building that goes in a square, and there's a big courtyard in the middle, and you guys go up to the gate, and there's these two guards there, and they basically are like, oh, we've been expecting you, and you guys come in. Cool. And in this courtyard, there's these people like sparring, fighting, and there's like an area where there's people fighting. There's people where people are like doing the fisticuffs thing, and there's people eating outside and watching all of this, and this all goes down this pathway, and there's like this grass way. It's very nice looking for the Shadow Realm. Up to this other big door that goes into the main building, and these two people open it up for you, as you are expected, and you go into the main room, and this guy kind of creeps up on you, and he's like, I'll help you get to Sir Jack's office. I've been here to escort you. And he's kind of like a little creepy dude. He's probably like 3'8", and he's hunched over, and he's kind of got a green tone to his skin, basically Gollum, but with more teeth. And
Like, he's a goblin.
yeah, sort of.
He's
And
3'8", sharp teeth, hunched,
yeah,
green.
but Golem isn't a golem, or Golem is not a goblin. Gosh.
He's not a golem? Shit.
He's not a golem?
Is
What?
that a man riding a what?
Is that a man riding a golem?
Is that a man riding a
I hate all of you. I hope you all die. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mean that.
Wow. I'm dead.
Delete friend. Delete friend. Delete friend. Delete friend. Let's continue. You guys continue. He takes you up the spiral staircase up to an upper level, and he takes you back through this corridor to the far corner of this building, and there is a door, and he opens it, and he kind of bows as he opens it, and he's like, Sir Jekt is expecting you. Sir Jake. Sorry, not Jekt.
Sir
Jekt.
Jekyll.
Different game.
I kind of pat him on the shoulder.
I look in.
Thank you.
Is he here?
Don't touch me! Ah! No, he doesn't do that. I'm just kidding. You pat him on the shoulder, and you walk in. He's sitting in his desk, and he's writing on a piece of paper. And as soon as the door opens and you guys look in, he looks up and he's like, puts his pencil, pen, whatever you want to fracking call it down. Sharpie. And he's like, come in.
He writes with pieces of charcoal.
He's like, that'll be it, Smeagol. And you guys, you come in and the door shuts behind you, and there's plenty of seating here. There's a bench along the half of the wall. So the back wall going to the other half of the wall, and then there's the half that is his desk. So there's tons of seating in here, as if like tons of people could sit in here. So you sit on the bench. And he stands up, gets up, and he kind of like pulls his chair over and sits in the middle of the room so that he's closer to you guys. And he's like, all right, so everything we say here will be completely between us. I know you have no reason to trust me.
Token.
And if there's anything that you don't,
Token.
What?
Token.
Oh.
Did I stutter?
Wow, you threw me off with that one.
For the meeting.
His teeth fall out and he can't talk anymore. No.
Yes.
I was waiting for the meeting.
You have to give me a second here.
Oh, you were. Jared needs to think about something. Jared needs to think about something.
And let's take 2 minutes.
Good. I have to go get a drink.
Good, yeah, go get your drink.
I'm gonna go take a pee while Jared thinks.
Make
it good, Jared. Everybody's watching you.
I never had to go pee. You go in there and you get the strange feeling about Sir Jake here. I don't know. You're like, he seems like this really nice and genuine guy, but there's something else. And the moment you question this, you see something very strange behind him for just a glimpse. Where's my fucking picture? Alright, here it is. How do I transfer it over? Oh, here we go. Alright,
You
so,
just gonna send it to me?
What did I tell you? Samus is the man beside you.
Are you just sending it to me in like a DM?
well, I'm putting it in the main picture thing here, and then I'm gonna put you guys in the main picture thing here. Zibbity boob. And then I'm gonna do this.
The death.
You see, this is again fraction of a second. You see this behind him. And it's kind of like a blinking motion. It like blinks behind him as you thought, and then suddenly you like rub your eyes, and you're like, "What? What just happened?"
The fuck?
Nah. And he's like, "Is everything all right?"
Black.
My eyes hurt. That
It's
was
like,
weird.
Could have sworn it looked like you saw a ghost. You can give me a knowledge religion if you have
Is
it.
this place haunted? Knowledge.
Oh crap! I forgot to get rid of the. And we're back. Sorry about that.
Ironically,
They
I
saw-
don't have that one. Shit.
I gotta start over. So they saw this behind
Oh!
Sir Jake.
That's funny. I ain't have
Oh. Wow.
Okay, so there you have your hierarchies. You have your dragons. You have your your higher gods, your lesser gods, and then you have your deities, and blah blah blah. So there is a higher
All
god.
gods are called deities.
Yes, correct. There is a higher god that is called Father Dagon. 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 Dagon.
Should I just like Google this or?
You should probably not, because I've changed how he is.
Okay, cool. Load me up, bro.
You know that he is associated with Mother Hydra. Hail Hydra.
Mother.
Mm-hmm.
You talking like freaking? What would be considered?
This ties the
Tiamat?
story so well. No, so Mother Hydra is a large, colossal, bigger than colossal sized like lizard thing. It's from H.P. Lovecraft, but she basically is a water being, and she looks like a huge ass lizard. And
With multiple heads.
She's a higher god, and then this guy is like so she's mother god, he's father god, so they work hand in hand. For all intents and purposes, I thought this picture was cooler, and this is who I wanted to be Father Dagon. I know it doesn't follow lore. I don't care what anybody thinks. So, you see this image kind of flash behind him. It's kind of like a strobe light at first, and then it fades away.
What are his aspects? What regions does he cover? Like hatred, blah blah blah.
Yeah, he's pretty much just a like he doesn't really cover any like hatred or anything. It's just like
what are
of the
his
seas,
domains?
like the sea and the sky and stuff.
No, like if someone was a cleric of him, order, war.
Oh, it would be chaos, madness, and probably like wind and or what is it? Tempest.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, he's otherworldly. So he would be of the outer planes. An elder god. If you will.
Excuse me. I would prefer my good friend. Crap, what's it? Wow, I can't remember that character's name anymore. Continue. My brain.
Okay. So you see this image appear, and only you see this. Nobody else sees it. And he's like, "Is everything
I'd like Allegor
okay?"
to go and kick his ass.
Huh?
Because Allegor is in the Outer Planes right now, because that's where we left the campaign.
Oh.
Callback jokes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't do anything about that right now.
I know. I was making a joke. Like, he's an outer god of madness. Oh, I'll just have my old character go kick his ass.
So, as strange as this is, you see this, and then he's like, "Oh, are you all right? It looks like you've seen a ghost." He's talking to you, Robert.
Oh, no. Just eyes messing with me.
Is your character saying this, Nathaniel?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like Nathaniel's typing on the stuff. Is your character saying this?
No.
Oh.
Hail Hydra.
That's why I put it speaking stuff.
Oh, yeah, he didn't say it as character, he said it as him.
Okay. Alright, well then, never mind then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Hail Hydra. And then get shoved out of a building by Captain America. But, no, he would just say, my eyes are bugging me.
Alright. Like, it's late. I get it, so...
No!
No, his character is saying that.
Oh, I thought you were saying your literal eyes
No,
are bugging
he
you.
said,
That's why
you
you're...
look like you've seen a ghost. And my character responds, my eyes are... No, it's just my eyes are bugging me.
Well, I hope you can get that figured out or worked out. It's like, so we came here to talk about why you guys are here.
Yeah.
How can I help you? And he like takes the chair and he's sitting right next to you guys, and he's like, Nathaniel, Rogrum, Jonah, Jeremiah, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. So we have much business to attend to.
Wait, did we all give him our names? I can't remember now.
Yeah, the night prior.
Oh
we
yeah.
were-
Sorry. I
Okay,
assumed.
cool.
Yeah.
my
see.
brain. Like,
Right. So we have
I'm in panic mode.
we have. So are you gonna do anything, or is this all internal for your character?
No, I don't outward say I'm in panic mode.
Yeah, but are you doing anything internal, or should we move on? Are you doing anything external, or should we move on?
Nope, I am doing my best to act completely normal.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
So-
I know what was behind him.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would say yes. We have much business to attend to. I guess first and foremost is are we safe here?
Yes, of course. I mean, we are the protectors. We're here to protect. That's what we do.
So I think at some point in this conversation, my associates and I would like to get a general understanding of how things operate in this realm that you live in. Perhaps we could start with a map, and like we can handwave all this, but I think all of our characters are interested in just getting like up to the knowledge that our characters know, like at least Nick and I, because I know Dain knows more than us, but at least understanding like this is the map of the world, like this is a place that you should not go, and this is a place that's okay, and like just getting an understanding of the layout.
Of course. Yeah, he's like, yeah, allow me to... He pulls out this map, and he was like, I was actually just working on... Okay, I have to move you guys to it. I was just actually working on something like this for you guys.
And if we can acquire a map, so like, can we like hand wave that we have like a general understanding of?
No, he's like, this map that I'm showing you is yours.
Yeah.
I've handwritten a bunch of stuff, and I've been working on it all morning. It's yours to keep.
Much obliged.
He says, all right, first of all, you're going to want to stay out of the north here, the Empire of Darkness, as they call it. Just avoid the very large volcano, and you'll be okay. That is where the Emperor lives. You'll want to avoid him. He is a big hassle, to say it lightly. He kind of controls this land, and some say that he's the one who controls the Dark Veil. I assume you guys don't know what the Dark Veil is, since you're not from around here.
We don't.
We do not.
And he's got it laid out on his desk, and he's like showing you guys as you're all gathered around it, Nathaniel. So he's like, there's this dark cloud. You'll know it when you see it, and it pretty much destroys everything that gets underneath of it. There's not a lot of stories about it because anybody who goes in doesn't necessarily make it out, but the legends go that anybody who goes underneath this veil is succumbed to very, like, their deepest and darkest fears, creatures of all manner, monsters, blah blah blah. And he's like, well, we here at Riverkeep have found a way to avoid this this shadow veil by our towers. So it will never pass over Riverkeep as long as these towers are active. But that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is the map here, and he's like, the map. Avoid the shadow. It's a very large cloud. It's probably it varies between 20 to 30 miles in diameter.
How fast does it move?
It moves as fast as a cloud.
Okay, so
It travels rather slowly, but the winds here can be crazy, so it can pick up speed at times.
I see. So what I'd like to do at a game is if there's a general Shadow Realm DC 10 check, that we would just get it if in the future while we're there's a storm, avoid it because it's really bad. That would be that would be like a DC 5 or a DC 10.
Yeah, because okay, so that's just
in this place.
That's a natural thing because obviously I'm not going to sit here and tell you everything that he's going to tell you.
Yeah.
But the important things are that he will point out, and that I feel like are important for you guys to hear now, are the Shadow Veil, the Empire of Darkness, and also the forest to the south. He says the forest to the south. Be wary of. He says it is an enchanted forest. Some say that it is even more so dangerous in a blood moon. Thankfully, we've had our blood moon for the next few months, but going in there in a blood moon is supposedly the nature becomes alive, and it's very dangerous. Just my warning to you. Any forest for that matter, but especially the forest to the south. It's very large.
Jeremiah kind of perks up a little bit at the talk of the forest. just because he has his amulet that is kind of guiding him to an unknown region.
Mm-hmm.
So he looks at whatever the hell his name is,
Sir Jike.
Jike.
Like Pike, but Jike.
Like
Like
Trike.
Dyke, but Jike.
All right. So Jike, I look at Sir Jike and
I know that's inappropriate.
I look at Sir Jike and I kind of look down at my amulet and I don't take it off, but I kind of just I kind of pull it like away from my neck and look at him and go, does this amulet does this mean anything to you? Stand out to you anyway? The only reason I ask is because from as long as I can remember, this amulet has been around my neck, and I know that it associates itself with a forest and a blood moon, and was leading us as when the last blood moon came. We were traveling towards River's Keep, and it was kind of almost pointing me in the direction of the forest. I think it has a big significance to what is potentially uncoverable, if you will, enlightenment, if you will. I just, you mentioned the forest, and I had to ask.
Okay, real quick, I'll just gotta jump to Rogrum here. Rogrum, you see this flashing behind him start again, and this thing behind him starting to reach for Jeremiah's amulet, and then it dissipates. This thing behind him dissipates, but the rest of you don't see that. As you're talking to him, he's like, this looks familiar. He's like, may I take a closer look?
1 sec.
Okay.
Who of us speaks Dwarven?
I do.
Okay, cool. In Dwarven, I just say one word: unadvisable.
I kind of look at Rogrum and
There's no Dwarven word for unadvisable, so it doesn't make sense. No, I'm just kidding.
I will respond. And say, why?
Why didn't you? I would have known after traveling with you. Why would you do that?
Because I don't have a need to speak Dwarven. But
Yeah.
now I do.
He's
what's
kept it hidden.
I kind of look to Jonah and Rogrum, and I kind of whisper in Dwarven, and I'm rather confused.
Sorry.
Is there a reason why you guys are speaking in Dwarven? Why is this ill-advised? I don't understand.
Roger gets called out, baby. Shit.
All things considered, from what I've seen the necklace do, I'm not quite sure how it would react to other people. It's nearly choked him twice.
I look at Jake and I just say,
Indeed.
I just
Perhaps
say,
maybe I shouldn't touch it then.
I look at him and I say, I would advise you not to touch it, if you wish. I'm fully prepared.
I've also seen a different necklace shoot out of his hand like a freaking projectile, so that was weird.
Well, we don't want that. I apologize. I didn't mean to intrude.
No, I say no. Please, if you feel the need to touch it, I will take the blow for whatever it's worth. But please do be careful. So I kind of like lean forward and I put like the piece of the amulet in my hand and kind of like reach it out towards.
He like reaches out and then he retracts and he's like, "No, you should show this to the Order of the Dragons."
The Order of the Dragons. I'm not
Yeah, this is more up their alley. Their expertise is in all artifacts and relics and all that jazz.
Not in the.
Tessa, she's the one you're gonna want to talk to.
This is not this is not the way of the protectors. Is it? This is the. Do you?
What you have there, son, is something more powerful than I have knowledge of.
And I'm sorry, you said the name of the individual I would be looking for in the order.
Tessa.
Of Who? Tessa. Would I be safe? Would I have safe passage between the protectors and the Order of Dragons to meet?
I believe if you show him that thing on your neck, he'll be more than happy to let you through. He says laughingly.
And why do you say that? What do you know?
I believe that is an ancient artifact. That's all I know. That's all I can detect. If it's at the point where it's a danger for me to even touch it, it's definitely up their alley.
What is the roll to just see if they're telling the truth? Insight?
Insight, yeah.
Inside.
I roll an insight to see.
He seems 100% sincere.
We're getting a lot of gnats.
Yeah.
I look at Jug and I say, well, thank you for your information. I think it might be useful.
Oh, one more thing.
Rolling a 20, you get a 20. Nice.
Rogrum will pull out one of the bars of steel that he brought with him and place it on the desk.
He's like, what? He's like, what is this? This looks magnificent. This is one fine piece of iron.
It's not iron. It's better than iron. It's a material called steel.
Huh.
It is one of the things that we brought as trade.
How does one make
one of the
steel?
reasons we're here.
I have no idea.
Well,
I am not a blacksmith. I am a paper pusher.
Understood.
One of the main reasons we're here is to open up amicable relations between the two realms.
Well, I can't see any harm in that. I'm all for starting relations with other people who we could help or who could help us.
Well, how could we help you?
Well, right now we're in the business of helping others. So anybody you can help around town or anywhere else you travel in this realm would be helping us.
So that's part of what we were hoping to understand, right? As in our land, there are some multiple factions, but your land seems a bit more fractured with leadership. Where we obviously don't want to step on any toes, and we certainly don't want to trade with people that are reprehensible.
Understood.
So, could you we're seeking to get at least an initial understanding of the different factions that rule in these lands on this map, as you've so graciously given us.
Of course. So you mean outside of Riverkeep, like in the world as a whole, the different factions?
Yes.
Well, so I don't know how it is in where you're from, but from here, people struggle to survive. These cities are under constant bombardment by monsters that travel the land, so they don't really have established governments or established civilizations that you may or may not be used to in your worlds. Riverskeep here is the unique exception because we have means of getting rid of these things, and us as the protectors, it's our job to make sure that these cities can hold themselves up and give them the training necessary to do so. It's been a rough trial because we've only been doing this for a few years.
Yeah, have your mages divined why things are so violent here?
They say it goes back to the beginning of time. Good and evil, that sort of thing. There's that clash between good and evil, and it created this rift that we were talking about. And it kind of, now that we talk about it, it makes sense. Maybe you guys have more of that other side, and we've been given the flip side of the coin, so to speak.
Well, your
it seems like things are less chaotic in your world and more chaotic in ours.
as I've seen, are working together just as ours.
Ha! Well, Rivers Keep, like I said, is the exception. You will not get this impression from any other city in the Shadow Realm. I can guarantee you that.
Why is Rivers Keep the exception? And how come other lands don't have these pillars of protection like you do?
Well, because we have an established way of doing things here, and we follow those to the law, to the T. And if anybody fails to appeal to those rules, then they're not welcome here. All we ask is that people be respectful. And
if I was a leader in any one of these lands, the first thing that I would want to do is acquire some of these pillars so that my investments could be protected. How come they have not reached into other cities?
Because we have not had the means of doing so yet. We like I said, we as the protectors, our interests are getting other cities up to where we are, and we are new, and so now we've got to get this technology there. We are in works with the Order of the Dragons to get this out there, but they're not so easy in dealing with and giving up their secrets.
Yes, but there must be. Maybe there's not. Are there other factions that are as strong as you that are in other cities?
No.
I see. So this is.
I would say the Empire of Darkness probably has some strong forces, but that they're obviously a write-off.
And what is the Empire of Darkness exactly?
It is ruled by Gozel, the Emperor. He is supposedly a demon who was able to escape the depths of the 9 layers of Baelor, and he now rules the land as a demon would, as if this was one of his lairs.
So what stops them from?
Yes. Go
What
ahead.
stops them from coming to you? What stops them from taking over the whole land? I mean, why is it so fractured? Has everyone just got their own thing going and that's that?
Well, it would be unwise for the Emperor to attack us first. It would be smarter and wiser for him to attack the smaller cities first.
Yes, but why doesn't he?
I don't know. That's a good question. That would be a good question for him. I honestly don't know the answer.
I don't think I want to ask him.
He laughs. He's like, and nor do I.
Yes, but I mean, you seem to have put a giant target on your back with the creation of these pillars. I mean, this is technology and magics that you wouldn't say technology. This is magics that
if he wants to fight us, we're ready.
I see, but
How many envoys?
we're just trying to understand.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much we can do. We have a united force here, and we're willing to fight for our city. If he wants to attack us, I'm sure he has a lot of means. Perhaps maybe he's building an army right now that we don't know of. But we are what we are.
And assuage any possible concern. I think I speak freely for all. People
Of course, please do.
Like, in that we would not side with any demons.
Of course.
Most of us
doesn't sound. You don't seem like the people that would. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yes, vehemently opposed to any demons. I think there is some strangeness, some mixing of the bloods that would be a hard pill to swallow for many people from the realm of light, but there is much good here as well.
Of course. I'm glad you see this. I'm glad you came to Rivers Keep first to see the good, because there is definitely a lot of bad out there to see. Like I said, this is a hard realm to travel in. I assume it's probably it's a GM. I assume that this realm is much harder to travel in than yours, and you know how difficult it can be to get from one place to another. So providing supplies and assisting others is a very daunting task. But we are trying.
So
I
what
can
do
assure
your
you
people
that.
find most valuable? What resources or
Life.
services?
Life is valuable.
Well, I mean, life is valuable. And what do you find troublesome in your life? Obviously, the environment is very difficult.
Yes, the
water
environment, the monsters
seems to be
that plague the land, unpredictability. The fact
if
that these
we-
monsters have
if I-
various abilities that could a monster could come out of the ground as you're walking. A purple worm, for instance, could come out of the ground as you're traveling, and you've got to deal with this or run.
If you were the king of River's Keep, what would be the 5 things that you would most be in need of?
I was not
As
prepared
a
for
city.
such questions. The 5 things I would need as the city is all of the factions to gather as one, as a council, to see what's best for this land. Some of us don't necessarily think outside of the city as much as the protectors do.
So unity.
Unity also, there are a lot of factions here that have skills that we could use. If we could know what the other factions are holding, perhaps, their secrets, we could utilize these for the benefit of all kinds.
So secrets.
Also, in that same light is the resources that others have. A lot of people have resources, but I mean that falls along the same lines, though.
What resources are those?
Resources that so every faction here has their secrets. There's things that we know that we have that we don't share with others because it keeps us in line. As much as I hate to admit it, there are things that we have amongst us that we have to have as a quote-unquote secret weapon, so that if one of these factions decides to attack for whatever reason, which I don't believe we're in that state right now, but if it does, we have to have a means of protecting ourselves. So you'll have to keep some things secret, like you said.
So what? So if you were king, I hear unity.
I don't
that
think
you would
king
want
is the
secret-
answer. I know
secret
you
knowledge.
say king. I know you're saying it as a question. I don't think having a king is the answer. I think what we
No.
have here is a good solution. But if I was the one man who was making all of the decisions as to what was the best way to run the city, which is what I assume you're presuming, I would say that beside those other 2 things, that we need to make sure that we are focusing outward. The city is a safe haven. We need to get people here, train them. We need to have training grounds to train people so that when they go back to their places, they can defend the people they love in their cities and know
So
how to build
militaristic
forts.
training.
Yes. Knowledge is power. Some people don't realize that just by training with a weapon is not enough. You need to know how to deal with it.
You said very good things for a group of people that is already well supplied. You speak of unity and secret knowledge and militaristic training, but at the same time, your people seem to be suffering from much more basic needs.
Yes, food, supplies.
So-
Like I said, they're like better routes to get food to people in need.
So food and water and safe passage.
Well, I'm sure you guys traveled across the river to get here. You know how dangerous they can be. Traveling a caravan of food across such roads can be difficult, and it makes us very vulnerable to bandits and monsters and all sorts of havoc. It's a very dangerous task, and it takes very brave people to do so, and everyone in the Protectors is a very honorable person just for being a part of this.
So unity, secret knowledge, militaristic training, food and water, and safe passage across the land.
Yes, of course.
I see.
Just off the top of my head.
No, this is exactly what we need.
He says, so now you know what you can do for me. What can I do for you? I believe I am the one who owes you a favor.
I believe we will need to speak with our superiors, but our biggest concern is maintaining what we have already fought so hard for. Your land is one of difficulty and violence, and seeing that does not spill over into our land, I believe, is the main concern of our people.
Yes.
Do you require safe passage back to your people to have this discussion? I imagine you have much to discuss with them.
I'd prefer quicker passage back. But
Yes.
Well, we can give you the quickest passes we have. I mean, all of these things that I request, we strive to have.
Yes, I believe our most difficult
We
fees.
prefer to have them for our own people, but you seem to have a mission, and if you could provide us help, I would be more than happy to help you with these things.
Do know that our realm's aid would not come without a trade. They are not obviously they cannot operate.
Of course. I don't know what we can offer you because I don't know much about your land, but we can surely trade.
Yes. With these things, we will be able to consult with our leaders and determine what it is we will need. We did not know what land we were coming to. We could have just as easily ended up in the 9 layers of a hell, and then we'd be really screwed.
Oh, of course. He laughs.
And luckily we met you all and Takara and Krim, and we'll be able to return to our families.
He says, in that case, allow this to be an act of good faith. He takes the steel bar you gave him and he gives it back to you, puts it back in Rogrum's hand, and he's like, I have not earned this yet. Until I have your guys' trust and we have established some sort of trade or something, well, I have not earned this. Take it back, please.
can you find somebody for us?
It depends on who you're looking for.
A man by the name of Tiamondo.
Yes.
That rascal. Yeah, I believe he has fallen into several years of servitude to the city for some of the crimes he has committed.
Yes,
Well, he
but,
came here with us, and Jonah, go ahead.
He has information, and information is power. And I'd prefer if we took that information back with us.
Yeah, he was in line with the Devil's Incursion. They're all about alchemy and spells and dark arts and things that are would probably be forbidden in most places, but we encourage it because they can come in handy.
Yes.
That sounds right up their alley, he says.
Do you know anything about when we were in the realm of light and I actually ended up finding an individual that we were looking for. It seems as if Tiamondo had swapped places with this man who ended up in your realm unplanned.
Well, I must say, I hate to say this, but I feel indebted to Tiamondo because without him, you wouldn't be here. He says the irony has not escaped me. But
I do believe that Tiamondo has been a great asset to us, and we do owe him as well. We did make a deal with him. He seemed to be very keen on receiving a flesh horse. Does that
yeah, very rare.
Horses.
So you must be careful with who you strike deals with here. Most people here have a very hard life. I'm sure you've seen that, or at least gathered it from him. They're here to survive, and they only look out for number one. I imagine anything that he's probably told you has just been to get him. This has just been for survival, which I'm sure you've already gathered.
I want Tiamondo back.
Well, I would start with the Devil's Incursion. They're a interesting bunch. You're gonna have to be a little clever. They're not just gonna let you in willy nilly.
Would disguises work?
I don't know. If anybody here could see through a disguise, it would be them.
I mean, we're talking.
Or they would be the best at it, is what I'm saying. Doesn't necessarily mean that they would see through it. They would just be the best at it.
Point to my softly glowing veins, and I would be like, we're not without our skills.
Well, that makes one of you.
Oh, I can do this to others as well.
And I sort of look at him and I go, I do have the ability. I have the ability to disguise myself for a duration of time. It's a spell that I have.
Yes, we're not completely untrained in the magic arts, and Jonah is no stranger to the blade.
Well, please don't mistake my caution as a downplay to your abilities. That is not what I'm saying here. All I'm saying is that they are a sneaky bunch, and you need to be cautious.
That is appreciated. We would like to do things as diplomatically as possible, but we do need to find him.
Well, sneaking in is probably would be not advised. It may ruin, but they kind of tend to be by themselves. If you were to aggravate them, I don't feel like it would affect your relationship with any of the other factions.
If Tiamundo has aligned himself with him, how might we incur a favor from the Devil's Incursion to retrieve Tiamundo?
I guess you would have to give them something that's worth equal leverage or worth equal payment.
I see.
I pull out a gold piece and I go with this cover.
He says, "Well, as valuable as that piece of coin that you hold in your hand is, I can't speak for them. I am not one of them."
Gentlemen, I believe we do have the leverage of potential trade.
He says, "But may I ask, have you?" He doesn't know. Never mind. I can't say that.
I would say we do have the leverage.
Is there a reason why you seek him out? I mean, you've told me, but has he? I can't. Damn it. Never mind. It's out of game knowledge. Sorry. Go ahead.
I know why I want him.
Yeah. No. I was gonna. What I was gonna say was like, have you not received like the person that you were looking for? But he doesn't know that you've received the person you're looking for. So.
Well, no, I told him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
It was like, so okay, so then so that the conversation would go, so have you found the man you were looking for? And you say yes, so why not bring him back in or is this more of a quest for revenge?
It's not a quest for revenge. It's more of a quest to keep us safe.
Yes.
He knows how to get to
us.
the realm of light. And quite frankly, I don't trust him.
And do you not trust your forces on the other side to protect you from him?
We trust our forces,
but we prefer not to have to put them through anything.
Our goal is
Gotcha.
to keep, our goal here is to keep the peace between the two realms and allow us to coexist together without threat of.
All of you guys give me persuasion.
Can I use
Persuasion, not performance.
You can use action points, yeah. Advantage on
Alright,
it.
so
You
then
get
I
another
got
roll
a-
advantage.
I got a 23 then.
Okay.
Wait, do you want one from everyone? Because I haven't been talking.
I mean, if you don't feel like you're a part of the, well, I mean, you have been a part of the conversation though. Like this is
Yeah,
all.
Dain, like even if you're not talking, like your nonverbals are still there.
Yeah.
26.
Holy shit.
And you rolled a 26, so like yeah.
Okay, so all right.
Actually, and can I? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I do have my amulet of unknown origins, and so I'm going to use it to gain knowledge outside my expertise in this situation. If there's anything in particular.
I mean, technically, this isn't a knowledge, but all right. I think the rule of the amulet is you get to do the one thing. So go ahead.
Well, wait. Well, then I guess we'll have to figure that out then, because what I have written down is something different, I think. So we'll just hash that out.
I don't want to put you in the wrong direction here. Let me.
It says 2 per day. You may gain knowledge about something you would otherwise not know or understand. You may.
Oh, okay. You're right. I'm sorry. Or you may express knowledge from others. So you were trying to gain knowledge. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say that with that, you would like. It seems like all of you guys, through all of your rolls and various means, have all succeeded on this roll.
Okay, we're gonna have that.
All right, and I'll tell you next session. Good game, guys. Sorry, I had a brain fart. I feel so stupid. What were we just talking about? I'm so sorry. I was gonna end it after this. I'm tired.
I'm actually
allowed to end it like this, Jared.
What were we just talking about? Actually,
Yeah.
I just forget.
We
Oh,
want
conversation
Tiamondo
distracted
back.
me.
Oh yeah.
Tiamondo.
You asked us to roll persuasion.
Okay. Okay. Now, thank you. All right. So, he says I can give you some assistance in this matter. Based on your perceptions, you've convinced him that he can provide some backup. He's got some scout. He's got a very diverse and skilled group of men that work for him that he can offer you, and to help you get this person you want. Hopefully stealthily.
So I would say that would be much appreciated. We are not. We do not want to operate outside the bounds of what would be acceptable within the city.
He smirks. He's like, "Well, maybe we'll learn something too in the process."
I imagine we all will.
They are a
gentlemen-
curious bunch.
Gentlemen, we. I do have a question of if Tiamondo does not want to come with us.
Oh, I wasn't asked.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I had a combat plan, but we didn't get that far because you guys, like,
Talk a
like,
lot.
My notes, like we've only been through a quarter of my notes for the session.
Yeah, we
I had a whole combat planned out for you guys. Trust me, but we'll get there. We will get to the point where the combat is. It may take 6 sessions, but we will get there.
I don't.
Well,
I'm-
Jared, that's what happens when you make like a diplomatic game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we
no,
made-
Jonah's saying he wants to roll and attack this, so I felt
Jonah,
like he's
I
itching to attack something.
I don't care.
Ah, there's a javelin in my back.
All right, well, let's get to let's.
No.
Like
no.
let's.
I can't believe that dwarf exploded. Huh.
Let's fast forward to where we've cornered
Oh,
Tiamondo in a night market.
We
In a
cannot.
night market.
We cannot fast forward this. Are you crazy?
Let's fast forward.
Yeah.
No. That is the
Tiamondo
last thing I want
in
to
the
do.
night market where they have devils incursion people that are trying to make sure that he doesn't go with us, and we have people that are making sure that he does go with us, and we have
The
that.
bar stretch here.
Go.
Well, so that's the ideal situation. I don't know if that's just go. We gotta do the process.
Next session.
This is a process, maybe there's rolls that go bad, there's tokens involved,
Yeah.
you never know. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna happen all next Friday at 6, 7.
But I think that's a
Alright.
good place to end it. I mean, if there's any questions, so this is a good place to end it because if there's any questions you guys have for him that you didn't think of, you can type them to me. I'll have my notes in
Yeah.
front of me and I can answer them.
Yeah.
And so we'll make, and then we can go through a plan of like who he's going to give you and what like we can do all of that in downtime. This is the perfect time to do
Right,
that.
like just
So-
like real diplomatic meetings. I would also say that we would probably meet with, Sir Jike again, either this time just to continue our studies, in like this realm and understanding how it operates, and then giving him some information that's safe to give in return.
So here's how this is going to happen. So the next session is going to start with you guys heading to the Devil's
DI.
Incursion. So anything that happens
DI.
before that, whoever you're meeting with, the questions you have between the people you're meeting with, all that will be handled in downtime. So any questions you have for Sir Jike or anybody you're meeting with, anything you want to do in between then, that will all happen in downtime. This is easier.
When can Jeremiah go to the Order of Dragons to discuss his amulet? Do you think?
Yeah, I want to go with him for that.
I kind of want that to happen in game. I don't know if I want to handle that with text.
I would
Well,
also
yeah, no,
say that it's
yeah.
not safe for us to go off by ourselves.
Yeah, I want it to happen in game. My question is just.
So we can handle that first
what
thing.
order?
So what we can do is we can say next game we'll start with you doing that. Like so everything else that happens out of game happens out of game, but then we'll handle that in game because I feel like that's going to be a big role play opportunity that we would be missing out on if we did it out of game. So
I also would add that I think my character at this point has some like inner party role play to like start laying out.
do you want to do that in game or out of game?
Some of it I think in game, right?
Okay.
Because and actually, I think the best time to do it is probably when we're traveling back to the Realm of Light.
Okay.
And as like on that journey, like I feel like my character's gonna bring up, you know, like, hey, what do we think about this? What do we think about that? So I just wanted to like give everybody a heads up as
I'll try and give you that guy's opportunity if I don't.
as other player
get on me.
characters, like right,
Yeah.
like there's gonna be a point where we're traveling back for 4 weeks or whatever long it's gonna take, and be like, guys, what do we think about all of these different things, X, Y, and Z? And I'd like to get your character's take on it.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun to role play out. Yeah, just
Yeah.
kind of our experiences and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll try and give you guys
Yeah,
that
but
opportunity.
But I shouldn't want to like, you know, I don't necessarily know what was gonna take longer, the Order of Dragons or Devil's Incursion. It sounds like Devil's Incursion is gonna.
Well, I
be
mean, it's
something
really
that's
all
gonna
up
be
to you
very-
guys. Like, I can't. It's really hard for me to give you a time frame because you
Right.
guys could ask questions that lead to other things. Like, it's an open-ended book, so.
Yeah, so
So we can do either one first. Order.
Well, I think we should do the dragons first because that's going to happen before you guys go. Because you've got the rest of the day to do that. My idea would be that you goes to the you go to the Devil's Incursion at night.
yeah, we do the dragons we do the dragon first.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Also,
yeah.
I think
yeah,
we-
you go
I
to the
think we do
Devil's
the
Incursion
dragons-
at night, and then the Devil's Incursion will be first. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I think we should do the dragons first because I feel like the Devil's Incursion thing could go south.
That's what I'm saying. You do the
Yeah.
dragons first and do the Devil's
Okay.
Incursion at night. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I said
The
that
other thing that
backwards.
I'll say, group mates, is I totally forgot. Fuck. All right, it'll come back to me.
Is
I
there?
had a really-
Does it need to be on the stream?
No.
All right. Well, thanks everybody
Thank
for
you, everybody.
watching. See you guys in the next
Thank
one.
you for joining our diplomatic journey.
Love you.